so that it'd be picked up by the microphone. That was courteous.
No.
That was considerate of you.
I just wanted you to see how much stuff comes out of me.
Yeah, because I need to see that. I don't think I could. There's not a single situation that I can imagine where I would need to see what comes out of you.
Oh boy.
Goes in, maybe. If I'm cooking.
Nah, I don't want you. Nobody watches me eat. I eat under a blanket.
Let me get my eating shroud.
Oh my God. Wow. Is this the podcast beginning right here?
It is.
Wow. Let me get my coffee.
Is this any more or less hinged than any other of them?
I just had to.
At least the energy's there.
I just had to rip a fat one because my whole body was just shook.
What from?
Waking up and watching the second half of this movie today. I could have fucking guessed how it ended.
Yeah. No, you could.
Yep.
Were you, any more or fewer deaths than you were expecting? I can think of one.
I could have done without most of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First of all, Grindhouse Movie Club.
This is okay. Yeah. Hi. Welcome to the podcast. At this point, you should know.
It's 3 minutes at least until you get to know the name of the podcast.
And when like the pot is boiling like this, where we're just like the movie is like trickling out a little bit, it's been a bad movie. It's been a terrible film when we're just like no small talk in here.
No.
Fucking
we need
stupid.
to address the nightmare.
Stupid movie.
Oh man.
Yes. Well, how was your week?
It's Monday.
Good.
So new.
Perfect.
Brand new week. Good way to kick it off.
Welcome to the week. I woke up at noon today.
Yeah. Well, I had school.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too.
I thought you were...
The good news is...
that you're old.
Well, I am. And that's sort of what is a bit of the frustrating part.
Yeah.
But that being said, the guy that I know from my class has about 12 years on me. So I feel fine with my age.
Oh my. That's weird.
And there's older.
Oh.
Yeah, most certainly. And there's a pretty actually like large disparity in ages, it seems. It'll be like 25-year-olds and then 36-year-olds and 2 people in between. I'm one.
Hey, everybody's got to learn to plumb.
Yeah, I mean,
they're trying to be inclusive.
I'm gonna go back to film school.
I'm gonna go back to just sitting.
What do you mean go back? When did you leave?
Sometimes I stand up.
But for a brief period.
Sorry, I was stifling a burp. I didn't want to burp right into the mic and ruin this podcast.
Yeah, the nose blow though, that's acceptable.
I do that to customers at work.
You blow your nose in front of them?
Oh, no, sorry. I thought I mean, yeah, I'll do that. I don't give a shit.
You want some of this weed?
You came to my house. This is what we do in my house.
Came to my house.
If I did this in your house, sure, be mad, but you're where I am more than you are, so...
Well, snot's gonna come out.
No, sorry,
Don't worry, it comes with a little moisture package inside the bag. It won't get wet.
I thought you meant when you burp and you blow it all out your nose, because sometimes I'll just be talking to people at like a customer, and I'll just like kind of stifle that burp and just...
Yeah.
Oh, grape soda? No, I don't smell that.
Well, if you announced that you smelled it, somebody would probably think you're having a stroke. Because it's inside your own nostrils. Nobody else is privy to that. I'll tell you a fun fact about me. I'm physically incapable of deliberately burping. It doesn't happen.
It's probably for the best.
Impossible for my body.
Well, that's okay. You're not supposed to burp.
If it does happen, it's an accident like once every 3 months.
You're not supposed to like burp on command, so your body's regular.
That's great. I got a tight fucking throat, man.
He's got
my esophagus, dude, is tight and moist.
His thrusy is virgin. It's new thrusy.
I hate that so bad.
His thrusy is ripe for the plowing. Ripe for the taking. Thanks for the music, Andrew.
Oh, Andrew, your reputation.
I had so many thoughts and feelings, and they're all just...
Yeah, how was your week?
Oh.
Exactly. Don't you hate when people ask that question? It puts you on the spot. Name 3 things like they're gatekeeping your own week from you. Yeah, I listen to metal. Yeah, name 3 things you did last week.
I can't, though.
Exactly. Nobody ever can in the history of anything. Unless somebody dies. Like, that's the only time.
I don't know. I went to work, but I did that more than 3 times. That has to count.
It does.
Good.
You went to sick.
I went to work times probably 5 to 7. I don't know. I don't remember my days off.
They're just there.
I painted. I painted a painting.
Nice.
That's
Fuck
what I
yeah.
did.
I've been thinking about getting into that myself, actually. My friends who I hang out with on weekends occasionally do paint nights.
Okay.
And I've seen some of their work, and I can do better.
Well, what you should do is you just go to like the thrift store and buy paintings that are already painted.
And put ghosts in them?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I know all about it.
I did. I found a saw blade that had like a little barn, a little nice barn with trees and stuff. So I just slapped Leatherface right on that.
Perfect.
And then I like spattered blood all over it.
I love it.
Yeah, that was my project.
Feels sick.
Yeah, thanks. It's pretty cool when just picture it in your head, everybody.
I'm right there with you, man.
I'm sure I've posted a picture of it by now. Somewhere.
On Threads.
Threads.
Oh, I'm so mad about that.
TikTok.
Ugh.
Get on. I'm on TikTok.
Not me.
I'm trying to put the podcast on TikTok. So go follow the TikTok account. If you can't find it by now, I don't know what's wrong. Think about it.
It's the same for everywhere.
I did good. I made it easy for everybody. Okay. Look, wait. There's a Patreon.
Yeah, there is.
Well, I don't think we've mentioned it up until this point. But there is one.
How much that costs to subscribe?
That's just $1 a month, and
$1 a month,
and people. You could get this right now.
Yeah.
You could be hearing this.
Full of its original awkward pauses.
Yeah.
And body noises.
Absolutely.
Unfiltered and unfettered.
And the day it's recorded too. I don't do anything. I just drag it and
right
drop
up
it.
There. Yeah.
It goes right in.
Get your money's worth. That extra 5, 10, 15 minutes of podcast where we're just staring.
It's like an NPC thing. Before and after you start listening to the podcast, we're just here waiting.
Yeah. And then we turn around real clunkily the second that you're within a certain proximity. Pissing all by yourself, handsome?
I found the piss drawer. It's right here. I was watching this, I don't know, it was a TikTok, and this girl was like giving like a room tour, and she like pulled out one drawer, and she's like, yeah, this is where I keep like my makeup, my brushes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Here's like my incense in this drawer. It's like my spiritual stuff.
I have a suspicion.
And she just yanks at the top drawer, and it's all just piss.
Oh, all right, okay.
Yeah,
that's better because I was thinking just like fat dildos, like a dozen of them.
No,
piss is better.
Yeah, like pulls the drawer out, drops it on the ground, piss all
piss.
All over the place.
Which is that there's an added layer to that because you would have to wet seal the inside of that drawer in order to hold the piss in. Otherwise, it would leak all over your incense.
Yep.
She thought about it.
Well, yeah. You don't have a piss drawer? You didn't rig yourself up a piss drawer as a kid?
No.
Where did you piss as a kid that wasn't in the toilet? Let's talk about that.
Mostly there.
Really?
Mostly there and then outside. I think those are really the only 2 options for me as a child.
That's pretty good. That's not bad. It's not bad.
I did shit in the neighbor's flower garden once.
Fuck that neighbor.
Because I was too lazy to go inside.
And then how did you find needing to wipe?
Didn't. Well, I was quite young, number 1, so it probably didn't cross my mind. I also knocked on his door and apologized about 5 minutes after. Now...
Why? Why did you get away with the crime and then incriminate yourself?
I had more of a conscience as a child.
You probably wouldn't even have noticed.
Nope, because it's just fertilizer.
Oh, good lord.
And it's outside, like people have dogs.
Yeah.
It was the perfect crime.
It would have dried up before he would have smelled it anyway.
I'm gonna give myself stitches.
Oh, good lord. Look, I don't know. I had thoughts that I was... for the podcast, but this movie ruined them. I don't know where they've gone.
Ruined them.
They've leaked out of my brain, and now they're gone.
Like blood into a bathtub.
Yeah, maybe they'll come back for the next episode, but they're gone.
Okay.
They're gone, Jay.
Well,
they're gone.
You know when you'll remember, 3 a.m.
Yeah, and
3 a.m. tonight.
And I'm going to wake up, and I'm going to come up here, and I'm just going to flip on the podcast, and I'll be like, listen,
You could just copy paste me laughing interspersed in just a monologue.
Give me 2 good laughs real quick.
Oh, it sounds so fake when I do it fake.
But it is fake, so it's it's good.
You can have that one.
Okay, I'll take that one.
And you'll get
nice.
Which just makes me sound old.
A good wheeze. All right, and here's where I'm gonna put that monologue, and it's just gonna be like it's so good. So
yeah, it's gonna be a good monologue at 3 a.m.
Wow, what a monologue, huh?
Yeah.
Damn.
Isn't that crazy right there? Wild. You did the marker thing, and I didn't even pick up that you were trying to do that.
It's all good. You ended your sentence, and then it's like I just monologued. All right, fucking what dumb what?
You know what sucks?
What dumb?
You know what actually sucks?
What sucks?
I have let's be clear, such fond memories of this film.
Yeah.
Because it's from 2006, right? So I probably saw it when I was maybe like 13 or 14. And, I mean, I don't know math, I'm guessing. It was great. It was so good that I had it on DVD. Because this is one of those blockbuster shits that you just see the front cover and you go, that looks like it's going to be sick. And then because it's about a fucking video game that kills you when you die in the game, it's like Nightmare on Elm Street if you really liked Halo.
Yeah, no,
so I was down on premise alone.
Oh yeah, and like they really thought they were doing something here.
They did think that.
They really did.
Unfortunately, they almost immediately undermined everything that they had set up. Like, not even halfway through the movie, and after that, it kind of just sucks. Also, unfortunately, again, we got the non-director's cut version of this, which has the best parts of the movie are absent. Like 4 or 5 really funny or gruesome scenes get cut for time.
When you told me that we didn't get the director's cut, I kind of imagined that a lot of the scenes where I'm mad that they weren't shown.
Mm-hmm. They're probably cut out.
There a lot of the ones where it would have made this movie make sense.
They're probably in it.
By the way, grindhousemovie.club is the website.
It sure is. Also, darkrosecult.com.
Yeah, you could go there, and if you go to grindhousemovie.club, you'll find the Patreon.
Also, we're on
we
Threads.
We didn't even bother telling you what the Patreon was. Like, we just said
we have one.
So
it's like your TikTok all over again. Just put it together.
Yeah,
pretend you're Nicolas Cage and National Treasure. All right, just flip over the Declaration of Independence. grindhousemovie.club.
Be really funny if it was written right on the back of the just like
in crayon.
Like you couldn't, nobody flipped this thing over. It's right here.
Did we not have unsullied parchment?
It's fucking MapQuest directions. How did we not see this?
There's geographic coordinates to treasure I've hidden right in the fine print of this declaration.
And then Nicolas Cage sounds.
Oh.
Well, the film...
I never misfiled anything. Not once. Not one time.
Not the bees! Ah! There's a fantastic remix by...
My eyes! Close them!
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, close them, your mouth, and just pray to... Just
any orifice.
Mash your face up against the wicker.
Yeah.
And if you get stung in the ears, okay, there's nothing you can do, but at least they're not...
Your fucking eyes, dude. I'll take a sting to the ear over the eyeball any day of the week.
Yeah.
I don't care if it hurts or not.
I'll go stinger deaf over stinger blind.
Yes.
Any day. I don't need to see it. I know what bees look like.
Yeah.
I've seen diagrams.
They look like shit. I'm sick of them.
Yep. Wow.
Anyway, Stay Alive is the movie that we did.
Yeah, Stay Alive.
It took you 10 minutes into watching this movie to tell me that you were disappointed. I want you to know that.
I don't know where...
I'm 10 minutes in and I already have complaints.
I think it's just the characters and the plot and the film, all together, actually. Do you have two sentences or less?
I do.
I got a couple. I'm going to go first.
Go ahead.
Or did you find them?
No, I did.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah. Some asshole lets all of his friends die around him because he's too busy trauma bonding with a homeless woman to save them.
Yeah, okay. I feel like this is Yoga the movie with all of the stretching. Boy, oh boy.
Hey.
There's a lot of stretching in this film.
It's mostly Jimmy Simpson stretching in the film.
that was kind of, I'm mad about that, but more or less, yeah, the video game, Nightmare on Elm Street. You kind of, yeah.
That's what you said, eh?
Well, that's what that's where I was going with it.
I mean, that's what it is.
And then you put the words "bad" together better.
Okay.
But I still like it's a lot of big yoga poses in this fucking movie.
I'll tell you what immediately
to get from one thing to the other.
When the first scene of the film is a bloody eye jump scare, you kind of know what you're in for.
A bloody eye jump scare, and
that is it's got nothing to do with the universe of the film at all. It's just a bleeding eye. Like a badly bleeding eye, and you never see it again.
This movie is a Family Guy cutaway joke, in which it's the film that has far too many like movie studio
the copy paste sounds and the fucking clip art.
Well,
Microsoft Word art, it was scary shit.
It was like so it's like this film studio, this film studio, this film studio, this film studio, eyeball house, the CG house. I'm like, what is
when
happening? When
does the movie start?
And so it's then it's just
and then there's Maud. Like
thank you.
I did notice that.
Yeah, it was like Man Walking on Squares Productions and fucking Lighthouse by the Dirt.
The dirt, not even by the cliff.
Yeah. And this is just fucking bloody eyeball house films. I was like, what is that? Was that supposed to scare me? Is this the movie? What film production company is a bloody eyeball that just pops at you?
You know what's funny? It's Disney.
Yeah, it's Disney. What explains the fucking...
It's the only horror movie ever made by Disney.
That explains...
They shot it in 25 days.
The Barbie movie level CGI?
Yes.
Not the new Barbie, not the good Barbie.
Like the stop motion animation shit Barbie where it's literally the doll in the movie.
Like the CGI, like Barbie's gotta save a dragon baby from, I don't know what Barbie's doing here, but she's here. And
you're right.
She's like,
it's bad.
Yeah.
It's also a video game though. And they keep making references to games that are so old that they would look like this.
Mm-hmm.
Fatal Frame? What is that, 1998? Guys, feel free to correct me.
I don't know. To be honest, for a bit, I thought they were making things up until they said Silent Hill 4. And I was like, all right, are you allowed to say that? Are we about to get sued?
You've just gotten me started.
Okay.
Because the whole scene about Silent Hill 4, all right, is the fucking main character Hutch's dumb-ass boss, which the first time that they have a LAN party together and he's playing with them online... they cut out for this version, and it's in the unrated, him snorting a fat line of cocaine off of his desk. It's the first you just, yeah, I'm ready.
And if you're wondering who the boss is, picture just any Inglorious Bastard. Just all of them mashed together. That's him. He looks like the Bear Jew.
He's a Bear Jew if he just started eating salads instead.
Yeah. I went to look. I'm like, well, which Inglorious Bastard is he? Because I swear to God, he's in there.
He's actually Saving Private Ryan.
Sure.
Watch it. It's a fantastic movie.
I'd rather watch Shaving Ryan's Privates.
Oh.
So...
Anyway, they mentioned Silent Hill 4 in this conversation because dude is stuck on the final boss of the game. And so... Hutch, who is the gaming expert here, goes, well, you got the Hyper Blaster, right? So just dump the ammo because it's unlimited anyway, and then she'll take herself out. Two things. Hyper Blaster is not in Silent Hill 4.
Yeah, it's
in the first one.
Oh my God. Okay, I didn't think it was in any of them because it sounds like a made-up dumb thing.
There is a specific ending that you can get in Silent Hill that you go onto a UFO, and there's a Shiba Inu piloting the controls, I think. I could be mixing up two different Easter eggs there, but it does exist. Might be Resident Evil, actually. Either way, there is a Hyper Blaster in that. So they talk as if it's just in number 4, and then also the main boss in Silent Hill 4 is a man. So you just misgendered. It's as if the screenwriters just barely scraped the scum off of the surface of gaming culture.
Yeah,
and just went, that's good enough.
That was my other thing. I was like, this movie was made by people who just heard about what video games might be. Yeah. And then we're like, yeah, we can do this.
They took a glimpse at through a bus window while it was driving and saw a guy that looked like he might play video games, and now he runs a GameStop.
This movie
runs a GameStop in the movie, and he's obviously on meth.
Yeah.
He's very obviously on meth. and they just let that go. It's a police officer. Hey, can I check your pockets real quick, bro? You're doing pen tricks faster than any Asian person I've ever seen.
So I keep my glass pipes. This movie is like one of those bad Christian movies that try and scare you away from video games.
Yeah.
It's like, this is what happens when you play every video game.
Your dick's gonna fall off.
Your dick's gonna grow a second dick, and then it's gonna be really rude to you and fall off. It's a nightmare. Dick Dickerson disease.
Dick Dickerson sounds like a news anchor.
With who's got a dick? Who's a rude dick. By the way, I had written out every single movie from my 3 movies after this before I wrote Bloody Eye.
So you knew before you even...
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right.
I was like, I wrote them down like all of these would be good, and then by the end I said, "There's no better." So yeah. Bloody Eye, bad CG house, Barbie level CGI, probably a video game with all the first person. And then I was right.
So let's just
I was kind of just like, is this the movie? Are these still production houses? We're zooming in on an old, crappy looking CG house.
This house is copy pasted from the video game House of the Dead. If you remember that arcade game ever.
House of the Dead, no.
Rail shooter, and you had the gun, and the zombies just pop up, and you had to blast them, like in the Palace ad.
I probably did play it at some point. It's all those games blend together.
They do, yeah. You can only shoot people in the face while standing still for so long before you go, oh, what's next?
Yeah, like light guns. If I can't start blasting other things in other games, I really don't care.
Also, not worth the Cheeto dust on my fingers.
No,
especially when it's not mine.
Yeah, those games are those. I don't know what they make those guns out of, but they're always either so smooth that they feel wet.
Yep.
Or they're wet.
So
gross, they never feel dry. I wrote a ghost.
Boo. Yep.
Door closes. Every scary thing happens because there's just like 800 ghost children just coming around corners.
Yeah. And this is what kind of sucks.
It's like a Blumhouse.
It is.
I was like, is this Blumhouse?
The intro to Blumhouse. Yeah.
Oh, we're in the Blumhouse. All right.
Fine. I didn't know Elizabeth Bathory lived here. It's kind of difficult to make like a film version of a realistic video game. Because you're limited, especially when it's first person, which Stay Alive, which is the name of the game, is. So you get a lot of cinematic shots that wouldn't exist ever in a video game. And then also stuff like the beginning of this movie puts you in the game character's first person eyes.
Yeah.
Right? The character is being played by, fucking Loomis was his name, I think. That dime store Mark Ruffalo from Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. And so he's playing it. The problem is, because it's a cinematic that's supposed to be somebody playing a video game, all of the look moves are too fucking smooth for them to be a person's thumb. It looks like a fucking film camera on rails just being pushed through a house slowly.
It's a beautiful pan.
Yeah.
Instead of a scaredy look.
Yeah. For just adding in screams, but it's a fucking video game character, so they wouldn't scream, but trying to like create personality for it in order to make it a little bit more enjoyable to watch than just somebody gaming, because live streams didn't exist at this point. Who knew that you could crack your fingernails across a wicker basket and get like 30,000 guys to nut?
Well, some people just have talent.
ASMR is what I was referencing.
Yeah, I know. But also some people just have talent.
So this guy's playing fucking Phasmophobia because the chick keeps showing up in the hallway and then disappearing into blackness. Really likes to come at you by surprise when you're not paying attention. That's when, so he dies in the game, obviously.
He gets hung somehow. After
seeing his roommates in the bedroom, in the game, slaughtered.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Yeah, when he's panicking, running around. So then he calls up his fucking friend Hutch, who's the main character.
Hutch doesn't give a shit.
The thing is,
Hutch is like in mid-stroke, and he gets a call from his pal, some guy, and he's like, I don't care, Loomis.
What, I was hang out fucking tomorrow. Dude.
Yeah, I could stop stroking, but then I wouldn't get my nut, and
Exactly.
I need that.
Needs it.
I need that right now, Loomis. Do you understand me, Loomis? You're in between me and my nut. Don't get in between me and what comes out of me.
How would you? It comes out of you. Are you gonna crawl into my throat?
No, as soon as it comes out, he just ducks his head in like, ah!
Me! like a bodyguard saving a celebrity from a gunshot.
But he misses it, you see.
Fucking, so he says on the phone, it's the sickest thing since Fatal Frame. If you played Fatal Frame, it might be the only game that has more jump scares than this movie. Also, I want to note that during this whole thing where you just see him traipse around the house, you get an idea of what the video game is before he's killed. There are, I think, 3 instances of the same sound of a girl screaming. Like, and it's that copy-paste from fucking a movie from 1978 or something of a shriek. But you hear it like 5 times in the movie.
I think I can probably hear it in my head right
And it
now.
punctuates the jump scare every time. And, like, yeah, but you know what you're, yeah.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
I want to go fucking investigate the noise in my dark house.
Yeah, here's there's a sound. This movie has an audio cue.
It's a vibrating controller.
It's a vibrating controller, and you know things are coming because you hear this sound. But,
in reality, even though you're nowhere near a controller.
And you don't always hear that sound. Sometimes the audio cue is missed.
That's right.
Maybe I missed it.
Nope.
Oh, okay, good.
No, you're right.
Good, like more than once.
Yep.
More than once.
It doesn't fucking matter like half the movie. They have it in the only time they use that audio cue is when there's 5 minutes of movie before getting to the point.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So yeah, he is this where he goes upstairs and just sees the guy fucking a girl wearing a pig mask, and then that's that? There's nothing more to this other than that they fuck and he's got a pig mask on, and then the girl's like, "Get out of here, you pervert. Not what's happening behind me. That's not perverted. You seeing it is by accident."
Here's a couple things.
And like you're loitering in the door while he's still in
not
me.
really
weird.
stopping.
Yeah.
Just taking a 5-second breather.
Like pull the pig mask off. Hey man, don't you knock. I'm still inside of her.
Here's the thing. You have a roommate, all right? You hear a knock from his bedroom. His fucking chick's over. Are you not going to automatically assume that they're just plowing mad nasty and not open the door? No. I'm going to open the door to my closed roommate's bedroom while his girlfriend's here. And I'm going to be surprised when they're fucking behind it.
I guess
in a pig mask.
I guess there's the reason you didn't want to hang out with him.
Fuck's sake. This guy's really enjoying his slop, is what I wrote. Because pig mask.
I'd like to.
Thank you. All right?
It took me a second, and
Yeah.
then and then whatever I was gonna say doesn't even matter.
He's as happy as a pig in, well, maybe shit if he took the back door.
You know, and in the position he's in,
Only
God's
God's
eyes
dude,
know.
Yeah, man. It's a dice roll.
Only God's eyes
I
know.
hope you brought your D20.
Hope you brought all of your D's.
Really just one, but...
Well, you sometimes you get shit on one. You got to get a backup D. I don't know. Don't tell you, man.
That's what we call Loomis for it.
Dungeons and Dragons
He thought it was just his scheduled time to tag in.
Yeah. Is it my turn to wear the mask, bro?
Bro.
I'm here for the mask. So is
That's right, and now it's like, oh, whoops. Let me just, while I'm closing the door, just take another creepy-ass voyeuristic peek at, the upper torso of somebody who's in a committed relationship.
he also
my fat, ugly roommate in a pig mask. Like, let's not gloss over that.
he tells him, he's like, "Oh, I saw you guys in the game. You got." And he's
Yeah.
like, and they're like, "Oh, we haven't played for hours while I'm still porking this girl.
That's a long one.
Now can you please leave?" Is that you could have texted that to me?
Yeah. You're right. I didn't even think about text messaging. Fire me off an email. It's 2006.
This whole scene is perverse.
Well, the problem is you're right in that it didn't need to be that at all.
They could
the
have
whole
been,
point of the scene is so that he can be like, "Hey, man, I found you guys in the game." You
Yeah.
could have just like whispered that under the door.
they could have not been fucking in a pig mask. This is
true.
This
No,
is
you're
a
right.
goddamn Disney film. Now I'm upset. Is this not a movie for teens? For kids?
Not anymore.
So anyway, yeah, I was pretty off-put by the pig mask.
No,
and,
it was a
and
shocker.
just the back door and like the crack of how much you could see of what was happening down there. It was just weird. It was just a weird thing to see.
Well, thankfully, he just leaves and goes downstairs to get a drink in the middle of the night. Well, he has a dream and wakes up and does that.
Look, this is where my problem starts.
Okay.
All right, so we got this
Let's
guy.
go.
I had a nightmare about the video game I was playing. It's so scary. It's a scary video game. So what's he do? Jay, he gets up, and what does he go have? A glass of milk.
Nice. Fuck yeah.
No! Fuck no.
I didn't notice
So-
that it was a glass of milk. I thought it was a white mug.
So he goes downstairs, and he's got this lighter.
Which got a Zippo lighter, which
Yeah.
is not that's not enough foot candles to illuminate a house in the night.
And he's doing that because the power is out.
Yes.
The power's out.
That's right.
So he goes down. And despite hearing this noise, which is clearly your controller, if it's not your controller vibrating, you're getting a text message and your phone's just on the wood floors upstairs.
Yeah.
That's what that sound is. I knew that's what that sound was. And I was like, why is this sound so fucking loud? So the
Yep.
you hear that, and then and he opens the fridge with the power out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is the light on?
No, but
Exactly.
it completely the integrity of the seal that was created,
I
keeping
see.
the cold in.
Yep.
Why would you ever? You're not supposed to open the fridge.
No,
Power out.
and
Just leave the fridge closed unless you really. And
he needed that milk, bro. He more than anything on earth, he needed milk right at that second.
he.
The only thing that makes me happy after having a bad dream is cow juice. I like me some cow titty juice.
He has such a little amount of milk in that cup that he brings upstairs.
He doesn't bring it upstairs. He throws it at a ghost.
Well, he's on his way upstairs.
Yeah.
Like, just drink it.
Drink it in the kitchen.
What do you're gonna take that upstairs and flies are gonna go in that cup and
yeah.
you're gross, so it's just
I don't
gonna
know how
be
long
there.
the power's been out, but maybe only a few hours regardless.
I can tell by the way you watched your roommate bang his whore.
Slut. Yeah. See, I'm glad we're on the same page here.
But like you seem to be the type to just have cups of old dirty milk sitting around.
Mm-hmm. Yes, this is a piss jug gentleman. He games all day. He's in that chair, you know?
A piss jug pony jar kind of gentleman.
Ugh.
So yeah, I just like. Why is milk what you want to drink? You are in Louisiana where it's hot.
Why is milk what anybody wants to drink?
Milk is not a beverage, it's an ingredient. You don't
Fantastic.
drink milk, but you do eat cookie dough.
Enjoy.
Delicious.
Fucking drinking milk is like eating granulated sugar raw.
Yeah. Yeah, unless you're putting like chocolate sauce into that, that's the only way that becomes a
I
beverage.
thought you meant into the sugar. And I was like, that's disgusting. It's already chocolate.
It sounds pretty good, to be honest.
So, yeah, he sees like a shadowy figure in the hallway and chucks the mug at it, or the glass. Here's my thing, though, like, one of two options, all right? Either that's a ghost, in which case you're dumb because you threw a glass at it, and it's a ghost.
Yeah.
Or you just turned your back and tripped on the stairs running away from an actual home intruder. Both of those are stupid choices.
Well, here's the thing. Not only were there footsteps, but there was the ghost sound. So what the fuck is it, Jay?
Well, it could be either.
There was for sure footsteps because that's what he turns around to hear.
Mm-hmm. Maybe they were his.
Is it?
They were his disembodied footsteps. So a ghost.
Sure.
No, I don't. I'm bullshitting, obviously. 'Cause that didn't make sense what I just said.
I don't know. I don't know what's happening. All I know is he runs upstairs. Roommates are bloody.
Yeah, bloody and bashed. Now, this is a great example of a time where in the unrated version you get a much longer look at this gruesome bedroom. This tapestry of the macabre with the lady hanging from the fucking ceiling.
Yeah, I didn't even notice her. All I saw was just blood all over the place.
It's a flash in this version, but it's like they linger. And there's another scene where it happens as well, which is so fucking annoying.
Damn. Well, yeah, I think he just is somebody chasing him? I forget.
No, he's just standing in the hallway and he gets that chain wrapped around him, and then we cut to basically just a normal work day.
Oh, right. I got mad because because the chain wraps around his neck, and then he backs up through a banister with such force that it breaks.
Because that's what happened in the game. When you said you got mad, I thought it was because they completely ignored the topography of the house, in that the bedroom that he was just in front of is down the hall and around the corner from that banister. And then suddenly there's a chain around his neck and all he does is fall backwards.
He doesn't fall. He backs up.
Well, he backs up, but either way...
He breaks the banister by walking backwards.
He wouldn't be backing up into the banister from that angle. He'd be backing up into the hallway.
Is the banister made of foam?
It's made of... Yeah.
Like, is it cotton? Like, he just blasts through it like the Hulk?
As somebody who's been hung from a banister in his childhood, I can tell you they're pretty fucking sturdy.
We all get a little sad. We all get a little...
Illustrious stories from childhood.
Oh boy. So
Therapist would
here
have
we
a
are.
field day with me. Jesus.
Oh boy. I don't like what I wrote here.
Oh, you might as well just say it right out loud then.
I was mad. I was mad when I wrote this. Can we all just agree that I was mad when I wrote this?
Was the N-word in there?
No! No! I wrote...
It's a different word than that one, but...
I wrote The Office. Jim walks down the hall and gives folders to Kelly Kapoor.
Oh, what, like the meet cute? What? I don't know what's being referenced here.
Just that's what happens.
Oh, because that's what happens in that scene.
Yeah.
I was still thinking about the being hung over the banister.
No,
I was like, I don't think that happened in The Office with Kelly Kapoor.
No. We cut to we just cut to The Office.
It's definitely Jim haircut for sure. Jim haircut.
Jim everything head to toe Jim.
All Jim.
And then he gives, I don't know, Kelly.
He looks like a combination of Jim and the older brother from Freddy vs. Jason. Remember he shows up for like 5 seconds?
Yeah,
they're both ginger.
That's the kid from Christmas Story. What's his name?
Sure.
I don't remember.
Nope.
He's also in that show Titus as well. So there's that.
It's a fucking illustrious rap sheet.
Isn't
Titus?
Titus. Christopher Titus.
Who the fuck has seen Titus?
Right
yeah,
here.
2 people.
Love that show.
2 people on the planet.
Guys,
how many seasons did they get? 1?
There's like 2 or 3.
Fuck.
Watch Titus.
If you like Mork and Mindy, except for with a guy who looks like he does cocaine in the morning, watch Titus.
It's got nothing to do with Mork. Do you know what Mork and Mindy's about?
It's a goddamn sitcom about your shit life. I don't care.
Mork and Mindy's about Robin Williams is an alien.
Yeah.
And he comes down
you
and
never know what to look at him
got
because he just looks like a guy.
Yeah, but the whole thing is he's like, wow.
I fit right in here impossibly.
Shit's fucking weird here, huh?
It's crazy how I look exactly like a different species on another planet in a different galaxy.
You mean I can't just come where I need to come?
Imagine you come from a planet where people just come all that's like anywhere, and now you're telling me I can't do that? I'm going home.
Yeah, hold on. I need to relieve my...
Is that what you do? Is that what you do when it happens for you?
So yeah, I'm down to tee up around 9 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
So's Hutch's boss. He loves coke. He loves coke at any hour, really. The fidgetiest fucking guy. That's the whole scene though there, and then he gets the phone call, and then we go to the funeral.
Oh well,
Loomis.
Well, he goes into like his boss's thing, and his boss, he thinks he's gonna get fired.
Yeah,
but his boss is like, Silent Hill 4 tips, please.
Yeah, I hired you for one reason only, and it's for you to tell me how to play games that are from the 90s.
Yeah, and and also Nazi scalps. So, yeah,
he actually gets killed by a Nazi in Saving Private Ryan.
Huh?
How's that?
Backward from what I would believe. given he's not in Inglourious Basterds. He just looks like the guy.
No, he does.
He looks like the guy.
He looks like a couple of them. You nailed it.
He looks like BJ Novak.
Bear Jew Novak? What?
Yeah, there you go. I don't know where we are in here. I'm
funeral.
I'm still pretty mad about the milk.
That's fine.
To be honest with you.
You never see milk again in the movie.
You might as well. It's a pretty big piss off. Yeah, so we're at the funeral here, and well, let's see.
Child actors.
I can't shake my coffee enough about this.
Here's a question for you.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sure, I've got a question for you afterwards, so please hit me with it.
What kind of fucking bitch goes to a funeral to take pictures of people grieving and sobbing?
How did you know what question I was going to ask you?
Who does that without introducing themselves to strangers first? You just come up with a fucking SLR camera and snap it loudly, interrupting the service?
It's not even SLR. I'm pretty sure it's like a weird Polaroid camera.
Is that? I thought it was 35 millimeter. I could be wrong. I didn't pay a huge amount of attention to what kind of camera.
At one point, they break into the crime scene.
Yes.
And she's
which time?
The first time.
Okay.
And she's packing like film into her camera, and then she like just leaves the plastic on the bed. She just like chucks it.
Planting. Evidence of your existence in a crime scene illegally.
Yeah, and
cool.
Nice room. Here's my fucking garbage.
Clean that shit up, fucking Loomis.
You dead bitch. Here's trash in your fucking bed.
Fucking Four Eyes.
Nice pony jar, you sicko.
Ugh.
Is that your pig mask? Yeah, my question was, what fucking moment are you trying to capture at a funeral that you need a camera for?
Grief.
Oh, yeah.
Grief.
This is great.
Grief and mourning, both.
Let me take a photo of this man who looks sad, but he's not crying, and let's go talk to him about it, because that's a weird thing to say.
It is.
It's a weird way to bring up any conversation.
Hey, everybody's crying here but you, psychopath.
Hi, I take photos of faces, and yours is not crying. Why? I'm autistic.
I know your friend from childhood's not even in the fucking cold ground yet, but let's take a family photo.
Yeah. You know, later on, when I'm going to find out all this information about this, where I find out he's such a good friend of yours, well...
Yeah, I'm probably going to feel real
Why
bad.
aren't you crying? Sad face, no cry. Why?
Sad face, no cry. It's a Bob Marley song.
Sad face, no cry. Yeah, man.
Oh, shit.
All right.
So this kid comes up with a fucking... a folder full of evidence from a crime scene and just hands it over to Hutch like, yeah, my parents were going to throw it out, which is tampering with evidence. So I figured they don't say any of this because they don't bring up ever the ramifications of fucking around at every crime scene that there is in this movie. They just go in and out with complete autonomy.
Yep.
Nobody gives a shit. They don't even bother roping shit off half the time.
Oh my God. Hey, so I had to walk by my brother's swinging corpse to get you. I just found these video games, and you know how we haven't seen you in, I don't know, 10, 20 years. I don't know how old you are. You look 40.
That's 30.
Hey,
everybody in this movie is 30.
Yeah,
and
so
then people still talk to them like they're children.
I brought you these because I knew you were gonna be here. I brought this sack of shit to my dead brother's funeral.
Yeah.
I brought this on the off chance you'd be here because I'm so concerned that you get this sack of shit.
You know that video game that he was playing the night that he died, that he invited you over to play and you said no and then he fucking died?
Well,
Here's the game.
I took that out of a crime scene. They
I
weren't
popped
even
it right out of the computer.
My brother's body was still swaying, and I hit the eject button, and I
knew
took it.
that Hutch would want Stay Alive.
And I
the game that I've never even heard of because he's beta testing.
I looked at my brother's purple face, and I said, "When we put you in the ground, I know Hutch is gonna want to see this. He's gonna want.
He's gonna want to see the thing that he'll think is the reason."
I know that Hutch loves old shitty video games that have no fucking packaging and they're just written
logo,
on paper.
Like shitty Blockbuster
Like
rental when they lost the fucking label, like
a
the jacket just got,
goddamn
ripped out.
Like a goddamn porno you're trying to hide.
That's right. And it's also written on it like the kind of porno you'd want to hide.
Yeah, oh my God. So yeah, my brother's dead, but I'm way more concerned with you getting this video game.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Hutch, for
by the
showing
way,
up.
I know we're at a funeral and this is my brother, but I'm not going to look sad or cry or get even remotely close to doing that. Because I'm a good actor at age 14.
I don't love my brother the way I love handing video games to people I haven't seen and
making the estate sale a little bit more fast.
Here, I swiped this before, it's just gonna go up for auction. He was in debt. Fucking scumbag.
We gotta recover 30 grand for this house he fucking double mortgaged because he's shitty beta test video games. Like, you get like $19 an hour and he lives in that house.
My God.
Fuck.
Mommy and daddy money.
Must be.
So yeah, I guess my other question was, why? Why
just to that?
I wrote, whose funeral is this?
And then also she comes up and is like, here's my number. It's like, cool. I'll let you know if I have another funeral to photograph. What's your rate?
Oh my God. She's quirky with her camera.
She's fucking
art student.
What's her dumb shithead name that I hate?
Oh, you hate a lot of people, Jay.
The chick from 10 Cloverfield Lane.
I don't know.
She's married to Spike Lee impossibly because she's a smoke show.
I don't know.
She's dating a burnt cigarette.
I don't know.
It starts with Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
I would have never said any of those words.
Blue-haired bitch from Scott Pilgrim. That's where I was going with that.
Nice.
All right?
Oh,
it's
yeah.
the same. The haircut's the fucking same and everything.
You should have said Ramona Flowers. I'd be like, yeah okay.
Yeah, I'd have to know that name for that, though.
Nice. I don't know. I just know her. I didn't know that was even her.
100% bet that it's not the same chick. It just looks like her.
Well, no, but I didn't know that she was in 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Yeah. Well, you can't tell because her hair is different.
Yeah. I know. Ramona Flowers was a haircut, not a face.
I'll 100% guarantee that he only called her because she's hot as fuck. Her name's Abigail. And what other reason would you have to follow up on that being given the number? Because you knew the chick who died in Loomis's house? It's fucking 6 degrees of separation.
Oh.
And their familiarity. But we're gonna act like we're long lost siblings. Except for the part where we bang later.
This might... Okay, I got pretty mad here.
Well, it didn't make sense to you that they would even contact each other after the funeral?
No, because... So she was like, yeah, I was supposed to hang out with her that night.
Yeah.
So I was like, whose fucking funeral is this? They just mush all the bodies into one casket? Like, who are we supposed to be grieving here? The brother?
They're being economical.
Like, I don't know. I was just getting mad. Like, did she meant to say him and they just didn't bother?
Isn't that funny? Like the fucking main boss in Silent Hill.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know who the fuck was supposed to be dead for a little bit there. It was a roller coaster.
So now we're gonna meet the rest of this ragtag group of people who really behave like they wouldn't ever get along for more than 20 minutes at a time. Because it's October, all right?
Which is what a Spirit Halloween goth girl costume.
Yes.
If you looked up goth girl, but not too goth,
not
Disney goth,
just goth enough girl.
Yeah, just
a hint of goth.
Yeah,
or more than a hint. It was more like a double sprinkle.
Yeah, and we're gonna call her October.
We sure are.
We should just call her Goth Girl.
Also, we'll make her obsessed with witchcraft.
Yes.
And really, really eager to believe in ghosts.
Ooh.
And also, like, maybe she's got like a smudge stick. Now, October and Finn, who is Jimmy Simpson, aka the best. One could even maybe say the only redeeming factor in this movie whatsoever.
Well, yeah, you get
yeah.
You get him, but you also get Frankie, whose name in the movie is Swanky.
It's not, but it's close enough to be.
Well, his
Swanky Muniz.
Well, his name is Frank, and they call him in this movie Swank.
Yeah. I thought it was Swink. Maybe it is Swank. Shit.
It's Swank.
All right. Well.
And they call him Swanky at some point.
From now on, he's Swanky Muniz. That's why they did that.
And this is where they're in like double dog down pose in yoga, just really stretching. Just stretching as best they can.
So, October's brother, though, is Jimmy fucking Simpson, who's amazing from front to back. I don't even care. I was actually, like, pissed when he died.
Yeah, to be honest, when you texted me and said that he had the best death in the movie, I was like, oh, no.
I mean, that's cool, but also just keep him in the movie, the whole movie.
Yeah, I guess Frankie Muniz, like, he probably can't die.
Well...
Oh
we're gonna get to that. Don't worry, we're gonna fucking get to that.
Did I just ruin the film?
No.
Oh,
well, that's the best part is no, you didn't, because it ruined itself.
Oh.
So, our introduction to Phineas, literally, like the way that he introduces himself. Hey, remember that time that your parents are also dead as well as your recently dead friend? It wasn't that cool for you? Because damn, that sucked, eh? Just remember that for a second. Anyway, let's fire up this game that he was playing when he fucking died.
Let me go through all the things.
Nice
right
lighter. Let's play this
yeah.
version of a game that nobody's ever played while I continue to make comments about how it's barely legal, implying that I would like it not to be.
So there's a couple times in this movie where they like say things, and look, I don't know what's wrong with me, but I couldn't understand the words that they were saying.
There were subtitles in that folder. You could have just pulled them right up.
No. Nah. My anger came out on the page.
Yeah.
Before I could care enough. So
yeah, you're gonna get a lot of muttering if you don't have the subtitles. There's a lot of talking under breath.
How about
you just kind of hope that it's not pertinent information for you.
That's kind of what it was pertinent information.
Well, that his parents were dead?
Well, no, not at this point, but he pulls out the disc and he's like, "Yeah, we're gonna burn this." And I was like, "What the fuck? What?" And then later, they all do a LAN party with the game. Like, oh,
yes.
Oh, you meant make copies. It's been so long since anybody has said burn like a disc that I forgot.
You went back in time to LimeWire and CDs then.
I forgot that was the word that you used.
Oh, I miss it.
You had your computer had two things on it. One was a drive for copying the disc, and one was a drive for writing the disc.
That's right, and that one cost extra and didn't come standard.
No, but goddamn it, you could copy that disc
so many times.
Front to back.
So many times.
Yeah.
Before it deteriorates inside the disk drive, and then you put it into another computer, and it goes, nope, broken. Wow. What kind
of laser did you hit me with last time?
Fuck.
So, yeah.
No, it's just LAN party time. I'm gonna invite Abigail, who nobody's met but me, but it's gonna be cool with everyone. You know how 30-year-olds have LAN parties all the time, so often that they know the protocol.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because I don't. So it didn't really. Why are we all? And now I understand playing games multiplayer online.
Hold on.
But this is 6 people in a room.
Before you jump ahead, Jay. Why?
Let's not gloss over the fact that Frankie Muniz in this movie wears an accountant's translucent green visor upside down.
Oh, before that
movie.
Before that.
But that's just what happens.
Why was Hutch washing Solo cups and plastic throwaway dishes right before Frankie Muniz knocks on the door?
He runs a tight ship in the kitchen.
You're just gonna throw those out? You're not gonna throw away those red Solo cups?
Nah.
No, you're gonna wash those so you can put beer in them again.
That's right.
Ah, yes. Good. You're not just gonna drink the beer out of the can. What?
Well,
buy a dish. You're a human being.
They had to have something for him to do in the scene instead of just stand.
His apartment's fucking bare, too.
It sure is. Well, with the exception of the giant poster of a video game nobody's ever heard of before called, like, Steam Boy, right behind him in the living room.
Yeah.
Every day.
Oh, my God.
It's like a 10 by 12 foot fucking poster.
Yeah.
It just says Steam Boy in your house.
I didn't even fucking look at your fucking house.
Fuck's sake.
So he's washing Solo cups and Solo, like, plastic bowls. Yeah. And then, knock at the door. Spooky. Mm-hmm. I'm so cautious about the way I answer the door in this horror film.
I'm so cautious about the way that I use the people in my door like I've done 50 times this week already.
Yeah, oh my God.
And then asshole fuckface is going to crouch down so he can't be seen and then pop up like a Jack in the Box.
Like a horror movie villain sped up.
And then it's like... He acts like it's disrespectful that fucking Hutch doesn't bring him into the house right away. He's like, you just gave me a home invasion heart attack. Can I have a second?
Nah. It's Frankie Muniz. You let him in.
He's too tiny to do anything.
He's here to do your taxes or cook your books. I can't tell with this. Yeah,
both.
The green visor, which is both upside down a lot of the time and then
sideways.
Or all the way to the back.
Heaven Federline.
He just needs to feel the headband. That's all he likes.
Well, yeah, he's a very tactile person, if you understand what I'm saying.
Look,
physical touch is his love language, we'll say. He's on the fucking spectrum, okay? That's what I'm getting at.
Here's where I'm getting at.
You know how I know he's on the spectrum? Because he talks too much about shit nobody cares about but him, and half the time it's math.
Oh yeah, because guess what? It's Malcolm in the Middle.
I never watched the show, so I don't have any frame of reference.
Well, this is your frame. They put a visor on him.
All right.
They put a goddamn visor on Malcolm.
Same character though?
Yeah.
Probably because they shot this movie like a year after that show ended or was still airing.
Well, yeah, because he got pretty fucking old at that. No, yeah, anytime he just starts talking, it's like, oh, that's Malcolm. That's what Malcolm does, and that's why everybody hates him.
Stay. Like, at what point does he stop becoming in the middle and just Malcolm out of respect for his age?
Well, as long as Reese and Dewey are still both younger and older, he will always be in middle. Sorry, Malcolm. You are doomed. Anyway, so yeah. You got Malcolm with a fucking...
A gay little tensor bandage on his wrist?
What?
When they start playing, he pulls out the fucking wrist brace so that he doesn't get carpal tunnel.
Oh.
And then Phineas immediately is like, that's gay and it smells. All right. Thanks, man.
I missed that part.
That's cool. You had to have paid attention for literally every one of his lines, honestly, because with the exception of the part where he's apologizing for being a dick and then 30 seconds later being a dick.
I watched him tongue bang the controller a couple times.
Yeah, put your hands on it. Touch it. Which is something Liam McPoyle would say.
Oh, yeah.
Right after licking it.
Oh, and what it is, well...
Something else. A face?
Yeah,
a human face?
So I was going to say something that's not made by Disney anymore, but no, it's still... Disney's got their fingers in all these dirty holes.
They sure do.
They better watch it. One day they're going to get bit. Putting their finger in the wrong hole. Because catfish
all right.
live in holes. I don't know. Just
sure.
don't. Moral of the story is keep your finger out of holes, kids.
I mean, unless, it's asked
if
for.
you don't know just what it is.
Yeah, don't you put it in your mouth.
Yeah, don't put your finger in there either. Yeah, well, God.
Whatever. Abigail shows up and she's got to piss.
Right.
So in the unrated version, there's a whole scene where you get the backstory.
Of how she had to piss?
Of how Hutch and Loomis met. We met playing Unreal Tournament online. The thing is, for the majority of that scene, she is pissing with the door ajar. It's wide open in a house full of people.
Strangers you just met. This is the kind of
because there's no toilet paper in the bathroom, and he's got to hand it through the door, and then he doesn't just close it. Here's the thing, though. You have fucking 5 people coming over to your house, and 2 of them are women. Stock up. Yep. Make sure there's toilet paper in the bathroom. That's going to be the first complaint.
Well, yeah. Also, close the door so you don't hear my piss.
Also that.
Like, that's... I mean,
You're going to hear it. It's going to echo down the hallway like a fucking cavernous hole.
Who's running the bath? What is that?
A lot of water this morning.
Is somebody power washing the porcelain in there?
He does indeed lick that controller.
I believe also at this point, Frankie Muniz comes in and he looks at Hutch and he's like, I'm sorry about your friend. It stinks.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's too young to say sucks. I would tell his mother.
Right? I would hate for him to get spoon across the knuckles.
Later on, he flies off the handle and just starts calling everything a bitch.
Yeah, he does.
This is like he loosed the jar of swears in his head.
The swear jar is broken. All bets are off.
It's overflowing with pennies.
The quarters are on the floor. Let's go. Let's say pussy wussy and shit. Don't say pussy wussy.
There's a throwaway line in here where when they boot the game up, you got to read this whole fucking incantation script.
I hate it.
It's dumb because you got to sit there and just wait while a whole group of people read in tandem. I'm good.
I'm also good with this throwaway line. You didn't need to say it.
Voice activation is what he says something about how it's not even technology that exists yet. voice activated shit has been in video games since like Metal Gear Solid 3. There was a Metal Gear Solid, I'm fucking like 90% sure it was that franchise, where in order to progress through a certain point in the game, you had to yell literally out loud. And that's fucking like 2000.
I like it.
Like 1994.
Oh my God.
It's being a thing forever.
Look. Things have been voice activated for a very long time, Jay.
That's true.
I think we can all agree that Hey You Pikachu had a microphone that you plugged into the Christing goddamn controller.
That's right. You nailed it.
And you said, Hey Pikachu, and it said, What the fuck do you want? You want me to put a hat on, bitch?
I'll put this fucking hat on, all right.
Is that what you want?
I do remember
Do you want that?
Holy shit.
Anyway, so here we are.
So pissed about just lies in the movie.
We got the Bear Jew.
Yeah.
He's logging on. Boss Man, as they call him later.
Again,
because guess
you don't
what?
get to see him rip a fat rail for this LAN party, but...
And you, just so you know, Jay, he's the boss.
That's right, he is.
He can't exist outside of the building.
No.
He has to work... He has to lie to his wife so that he can play games at work because heaven forbid he take him home.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't... Video games are for little boys.
Yeah.
All right? And if I catch you playing anything in this house, you're sleeping on the couch.
Yep.
I'm not putting it in my mouth if it's covered in fucking Mountain Dew.
Cheese dust.
Yeah.
Fucking cheesy dust. Fingerprints.
I do like, however, that he's got what appears to be a gamer chair with buttons and then also a controller. And he's lugged that fucking thing to the office.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't
also,
recall
his
it being
gaming
the first shot.
console is also at the office because you know there's no business class PC that can run a video game that's not Minesweeper.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know what bosses do.
This man in particular.
Like when you have an office such as that, you got a lot of free time because you're the boss.
Yeah. I get that impression from the way that he's every asshole dick overconfident boss in every movie.
Yeah. Like
he's fucking Leonardo DiCaprio in The Wolf of Wall Street. Meanwhile, he's like putting together spreadsheets for restaurants. Like it's not even a big deal that he's the boss of this company.
No. I've seen The Office. I've seen what Michael Scott gets up to.
Yeah, it's a lot of chicken pot pies and disrespect.
A lot of time theft.
Time theft and thinly veiled racism through ignorance.
Homophobia.
Also
well.
that, plenty of it.
So I imagine had like, you know, the boss not been a racist, homophobic, you know, time thief.
Right.
I mean, this is still time thief, but he probably, you know, Michael Scott would have brought
He's
his
probably
computer
off
to
the
work
clock.
too.
It would be funnier if he was calculating overtime so that he could play Stay Alive in his office uncomfortably.
Yeah.
Also, like, what? The internet connections at offices suck dick. How's your lag?
Well, this is maybe why he's like after work, like nobody's gonna be using the internet. You know?
Yeah, maybe.
I can plug right into the router. Everybody did it this time, but I'll plug. I'll plug into the hole number 1, which you know gets the most internet.
Oh yeah,
like they put 4 or 5 holes in the back.
It's like an inverse square law. The number goes up, but the amount of internet goes down exponentially.
Yeah, exactly.
By the time you get to hole 6, it's like it's 56K dial-up. It's gonna take you 5.5 minutes to load a titty.
I was gonna say a JPEG of a boob. Nice.
See? Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So of course, yeah. Look on any router. You always want to be plugged into number 1.
Yeah, because you are.
Yeah. You are number 1, so you deserve that number 1.
So let's fucking recite the dumb, stupid, whatever.
No.
We're gonna go right into the character creation screen here, where somehow the game designers, the developers of this video game, know exactly what all of these people are wearing today, and they've programmed that into the game beforehand. Having never met anybody who's touched this game.
I really thoroughly enjoyed the t-shirt that just said "Born to Game," and
man,
put that in there because this is a movie about gaming.
How about
We're gamers?
How about the GameStop employee whose shirt says "Woot"? I don't think at this point in the world anybody even gets that reference who's under 30.
I forgot that people said "woot."
Dude.
Woot woot.
Yeah, you're going way back.
You replace those T's with P's and you've got the Insane Clown Posse. And if you say whoop, 3 times, they come.
Violent J explodes out of your mirror.
No, he comes.
He just he doesn't even show up. He just
No.
comes at home.
Yeah,
okay.
He erupts. And it's like,
Yeah.
oh, somebody must be whooping.
A clown car pulls up and 15 of them come out.
And he comes out of the mirror and he's like, I came as soon as I heard. And now I'm here because I've arrived to show you what I just did.
Oh my god, it's on my face.
Anyway, it's like Candyman, but it's also like walking down the hallway of Silence of the Lambs. Where you're glad that there's glass in between you and the people, because it's like apes.
He doesn't even come all the way out of the mirror. He just sticks his head out and goes, bah!
Like Faygo, but it's the mystery flavor where it's white.
Blech.
It's sea salt. That's the flavor.
Okay, yeah, I want to drink that. That's not even better than semen. Either, at that point. Gun to my head? Fuck.
Well, isn't that like...
At least with semen, there's like it'd be like drinking an aloe drink.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I just feel like... I feel like it's salty. I feel like it's like a sea salt flavor.
Himalayan rock, actually.
Pink.
It's pink.
Oh, Ness.
Like a dog's.
This movie's terrible.
Oh my fucking god.
Bad movie. It deserves us saying these terrible things.
This video game is about a plantation owner from back when there were slaves.
Well, okay, all right, yeah. So the goal of this game is you got to find the evil of the plantation. But here's the thing, Jay.
Okay.
Look at the mirror. Because the evil of the plantation is sitting on the couch.
We got her.
So it's a fucking room of white people.
Yeah.
That's the evil.
I get it. Because it's a plantation.
Yeah, that's the evil.
All right. Okay.
But no, this is a specific plantation where there's something.
There's one very mean bitch.
I mean, white people are evil, but this is one particular evil white person.
Yeah, who's like pretty evil.
Yeah, it's pretty, like, she takes being white and makes us look pretty bad, you know.
So this woman's name is Elizabeth Bathory, okay? I told this story already downstairs, and fucking just for context, because they never actually, like, instead of explaining the true legend behind this person who's real, dead, but was at one point alive and a real person, they get the gist of the fact that she was a plantation owner that bathed in the blood of her slaves, but they don't go into why or this. They just start making up bullshit. They just start making up shit that's false. There is no witch. There's no witchcraft. She thought blood made her skin look smoother and more youthful, so she started killing people who didn't matter in order to continue with that.
Yeah. No.
That's it.
Yeah, no, she's a witch.
And you'll never fucking know how many slaves she killed because, nobody kept track of that in those days.
Yeah, not a lot of tallies in those books.
The thing about slaves is they come and go.
Don't say that.
Whether they like it or not.
So now, I was the most angry because I was under the impression that...
period.
And I'd like just you to know that I was the most angry. No, I thought I was under the impression that this lady was like an English countess. I picture her in a castle. I picture her.
You saw
in
the
a
word
dungeon.
countess, or you heard the word countess,
Yes,
and you thought,
vampires,
Queen
Transylvania.
Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Living in a tower, just like in a blood tower, and like rock walls, like in a dungeon. You know.
No, you could just get a big gaudy mansion. You could just get a Gatsby mansion with a cemetery larger than the property in the back.
No, I pictured her slapping dicks with like Jack the Ripper, and he's like, "Hey, what's up? You fucking bleeding?
How many slaves did you kill today? Because I did it with the same thing, but with prostitutes."
Yeah,
isn't it crazy? Like the kinds of human beings that we all just agree to not care about.
You and I, one and the same. Yeah, no, I was like, what? They're just taking shit and putting shit in shit? You're just fucking gonna take a thing and make it a thing?
You just took this British bitch and dropped her down a bayou, and I'm just supposed to say okay to that?
Yeah, you're just like, well, what's not been in the game? Well, we haven't had Elizabeth Bathory. I will make her a slave owner. Yeah. Yeah, she had a second life where she came over on a boat, and she's like, well, these people.
We don't have a whole lot of those back home.
We got this cotton field we gotta get, and also blood. No, so okay, now a lot of my notes, my anger, has subsided.
It shouldn't have really though.
Well,
because the only thing
it's gonna flare up again. Don't worry.
The only thing that's changed is that she's native to the United States. The rest of the shit is shit. Yeah. Still.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure it is. I just, I was just like, what the fuck is this? You can't just do things. You can't just have stuff. Things can't just. You can't.
Tell that to Wes Anderson. All right?
Stuff has gotta. Things are only one thing. That's
sometimes.
You can't just be like Superman. Also played basketball a lot. There's a basketball movie about Superman.
You probably did. There's a basketball movie about the Looney Tunes and Michael Jordan.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one too. The second one, not so much. First one, pretty good.
Never saw the second one. Never will. Fuck you, LeBron. I could not care less about that guy. I don't really follow basketball, but I do follow some of the players. Somewhat. Mainly Dennis Rodman, because he won't stop dressing up like a woman, and it's amazing.
Yeah, he's funny. I like him.
He fucking loves being non-binary, which is what I assume he is.
He also loves just...
every drug. Pick one drug. I want the rest also. That's Dennis Rodman every night.
And also three-pointers.
Yeah.
I was going to say three-pointers.
Well, rebounds, but yeah, he was decent at three-pointers.
I'm just saying LeBron basketball
James,
stuff.
LeBron James is like fucking... Who's like super overconfident in their position? Like as an actor. Somebody who thinks of the fucking bee's knees all day. Anyway, that's who he is. And it's annoying because he keeps trying to dress like Johnny Depp, but like black cool, and you can't. Not both.
He just wears a lot of scarves.
A lot of wide-brimmed hats.
Nice.
And suits that have a weird flair.
You know what? When you got money, though, why not?
What else?
Why not?
Now, crack dealers will tell you, well, drug dealers in general will tell you that the reason why you see things like gold watches and super thick diamond-encrusted rings and necklaces and shit on them is because that can be hawked later. If they experience like a dry week. So they put their money somewhere where it can't be taken if they're robbed at their house, but that I can just give back to somebody and get more money from it.
I see.
It's like a weird drug peddling strategy.
I see.
Anyway, stay alive. I don't fucking immediately right away. Once again, we get an example of the fact that the people who wrote this movie don't know what the fuck video games are, because this is a group game, and the first thing that happens is a little ghost girl comes out from behind a tree, and instead of just killing it, everybody just discusses who kills it.
Yeah, nobody wants to shoot the girl.
This is the whole game. This is the whole fucking game.
I think
it's shooting little girls.
Like immediately Frankie Muniz is like, I'm creeped out. I don't want to do this.
Don't ever play a scary game ever again.
What
You're on a cobblestone driveway up to a house.
You're not even in the front door. You're not even ringing the doorbell, Frankie.
You know?
Yeah, you've only said Beetlejuice once. You know? You
Get
can't...
the other two out before you start to cry.
Yeah, at least say Beetlejuice. But, back out of it.
Muddy Mary?
You didn't say it.
She's just filthy.
That's not so bad.
So yeah, like let's all fucking democratically decide how we kill the first enemy. And I'm just I'll use a crossbow. Not too many games have this range of weapons. All right?
And like backwards like bookie clear green visors either. Kind of video games is like, it's really cool. All the kids are gonna be like, our character just needs this green visor so bad.
Yeah.
And then like we've given you the ability to spin the visor in any direction. Do you want it upside down? Yeah, we do that too. But do you want to be muscly? No, we're gonna give you an ape body.
You get thick in a way no human ever is.
You look. I've seen this build before. This character build is in like really poorly made Russian games on Steam.
That or like any current generation wrestling game also.
Oh,
can just make you all kinds of fucked up.
Look, go on Steam right now. Type in. Look, you're not gonna want to type it in, but type it in. Type in the words "horny fighter." Okay. that's this game this movie based on that game, guaranteed.
Also, like any Tony Hawk. Pretty much any Tony Hawk character creation, once you get to like fucking 3 and 4, you get to adjust builds and stuff too, and it's the same. One singular sliding scale that just determines how bubbly you look.
Okay. Just huge calf muscles and
yeah.
just really
Well,
bubbly?
look at Frankie fucking Muniz. Also,
I will look at Frankie.
It's a character in a video game, and you chose to be yourself.
Yeah,
but
Come
stronger.
on now. Well, I think they all kind of did that, didn't they?
Yeah.
So you could tell who was the fuck
Good.
who.
Every time I play a video game, though, I'm usually a girl.
Yeah, why wouldn't you be? That's
exactly.
Like
it gives you something to look at from the back.
And also, people are nicer to you.
That's true. They get a voice modulator.
I just don't type. I just type. I go, hey.
Oh
what's
yeah,
up?
that's it.
Unless
you're playing like Daisy or something, in which case, if you don't talk, people assume you're hostile and try to kill you.
17F, USA, HBU. 38M. Also USA. Oh wow.
Oh geez.
I'm leaving. I'm galloping away. I'm out of this
Holy
room.
Fuck.
Anyway, it's a dangerous world out there to be a little girl on a video game. That's all I'm saying.
Or boy.
It's just dangerous to be little.
Yeah.
Don't
ask
don't
a
be.
dwarf.
Yeah, they're a dick and ball height for everybody.
They are, dude. Elevators must suck.
Yeah, there's no way they're not like, how you like bump shoulders like, oh.
Dick, though.
But like, you can feel.
Yeah.
You
a little bit.
Yeah, like you felt the trunk.
There's a contour there.
Yeah, you felt either the trunk or like the two knuckles underneath the trunk. I feel like they're feeling
what do
that
you got there,
rush up
man?
on their
A bag
cheeks.
of grapes? Did you just shoplift grapes from a fucking grocery store? Why only 2? You're gonna be hungry in an hour.
Oh God!
Grapes and a carrot from the grocery store.
Vegan, I see.
Eating healthy on the bus.
Saving that last baby carrot for later, I hope.
Oof, why is there a baby one in there too?
See, he ate the whole bag, just saving one little baby carrot. Oh,
fuck.
So, something about dropping a rose. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you drop a rose and it wards off the demons or ghosts or whatever for an indeterminate amount of time. So, like, why even have that mechanic when they could just come back 30 seconds later?
Yeah. At least it was an idea. They just there was
sure.
At least it wasn't just blasting things.
And then the dumb they just make it dumb anyway later.
Yep.
Just make it fucking mad dumb later.
Oh, they do because like you shoot all these little ghost girls.
Yeah.
But you can't shoot you can't shoot
the
ghost.
It goes right through the main ghost.
Yeah, because it's different ghosts.
The ghostest girl in the plantation.
Ooh. The ghostess with the mostest.
Yeah.
Tits.
And really bad hostess.
Blood. Yeah. Tit blood. Terrible hostess. Yeah. She really murders you on the spot. And
Not
also
on the spot. If it was on the spot, this movie would make way more sense.
It would. Also, she makes her controllers vibrate. So
yeah, that's mostly for her though.
Don't be gross, you sick fucking pig. You're disgusting. You know that?
Jeez, all right.
Jesus fucking. This is. Ew. All right, so yeah,
it's a Christian podcast.
Here the fuck we are. Frankie Muniz is bitching out. Drop a rose.
We
blah,
got a little,
blah, blah.
a bit of a comedic cut where Phineas is like, "This fucking game's boring and slow as shit," and then immediately, the second that he gets nail guns, he decides to get fucking half naked and sweat.
Yep.
It's not even that fucking insane of a scene. Like, I've played Left 4 Dead and been more tense than that.
Well, I mean, he's a McPoyle. They sweat. They're a wet bunch. Also,
why isn't he the one drinking milk?
Also, why did he get nail guns? And then in the future, the nail gun doesn't work.
It's a great point.
Why was that an option for a weapon when in the future it's not going to work?
It works for the minions. You ever play a video game where you can kill the minions one way, but then you need a specific weapon to kill the boss?
Yeah.
It's like that.
It's bad.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any goddamn sense.
No, you're right.
was fucking stupid.
But if he had a nail gun right away, then he could just kill Elizabeth Bathory in the first 30 seconds of the game and just be fine if it worked.
That's like there's like games that do that though. I feel like a lot of Mario games are like you go down the other pipe and it's like and you come out on the bottom of the world and you just run.
No, that's right.
And then you go down another pipe and it's like there's
it's called cheesing.
Yeah. You like break through the top, and you just run along the top where the words
Yeah,
are.
and there's no enemies up there at all.
Yeah, did you know you could do that, everybody? Just go, if you're playing Mario, you go down.
First of all, if you're playing Mario, catch up.
Yeah, catch up.
Hop in a time machine and go back to 1978 if you're going to play Mario.
But before you do that, really just go down to the second level. When you get down there, you go up top. At some point, you can jump up, you can break that top layer of bricks, and you can just, where the words are, you can run up there like an asshole.
Yeah. Goomba's just looking up at you like, fucking dick. Why is he in the attic?
He should be here by now. He should fucking be here. I heard the music go by.
I've been pacing back and forth between this pipe and this pipe for days.
God, pipe, brick. Is there any other life? We go the other way, it's darkness.
Having a crisis. And Goomba shows up with a Porsche later.
Jesus.
Why is my nose so incredibly itchy?
Get it out, man. Just itch it.
So yeah, I'll fucking play the game. Miller fucking is an idiot. Miller is the name of the boss.
Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, there's still a boss.
There is, and he's still playing. He's chain smoking now because when you do a lot of coke, that's what you do. And he gets to and is told that where he's going throughout this cemetery is the tomb of the fucking main bitch, and we all gotta fight her. So what? I'll just go in and close the door on everyone.
Yeah.
I was going by myself and close the door, locking everybody out where 50 million little ghost girls are because they won't stop coming.
And you know what? Not only am I gonna do that, I'm gonna go myself.
Just alone.
Yep, down to the thing.
And then I'm not gonna pay enough attention to avoid getting scissored immediately in the neck. Also, why was there no quick time event to try and push her off? Like, you watch that cutscene in the second that she shows up, you just know you're fucked?
It's a beta test. They gotta add that in later.
All
they
right.
gotta beta that shit in when it's an alpha, you
now
know?
who's doing yoga?
Yeah, I
All
know,
right?
right? They're really
Fucking Pilates in my right in my face like that.
fucking hot yoga. And they do the pose where all the farts come out right here. This is where all the farts come out in the hot yoga room. This hot yoga.
Just everywhere, really. Probably everywhere.
Yeah, so he's dead.
Probably smells so good in a hot yoga studio.
Oh yeah,
Probably doesn't smell like shit and dirty body at all. Like
no.
a lot.
No, it would never smell like shit and dirty body. not in the yoga studio.
So
No.
he fucking dies.
Dead.
He dies
He's
of
dead.
scissors.
Yeah, something happens to him. He leaves and then you hear the
Yeah. He goes away for like 10 seconds or some shit.
Yeah.
He's actually looking at the screen still.
Oh yeah, something goes by
Yeah.
in his peripherals and he's like, "Hey, who's there?" It's probably some janitor trying to scare a lady. I don't know what kind of building you work in, sir, where janitors are traipsing around at midnight trying to scare ladies. What the fuck?
It's it's a good janitor.
You need to call the police and install cameras.
That's he doesn't even clean.
Yeah, he's just trying to scare ladies and look up their blouses. Like, what the fuck? I'm certain that's what he says. He's like, some
He
janitor.
says some janitor trying to scare the shit out of the living. I like what you said better.
I thought he said a lady, and I was like,
Well,
oh my god.
First of all, are you implying that your janitor is dead?
Well,
Is your janitor the ghost of Christmas past?
he might as well be.
Instead of chains, he rattles trash?
who else traipses around a goddamn, like, a building?
The fucking night maintenance crew. It's the normalest shit in an office building.
How much maintenance? Oh, we gotta tighten up all these chairs.
It's a fucking high rise. I don't know.
Can't have all the squeaks.
They gotta buff the floors out, or else people, like, clients show up and they go, "What's that? A bug?" I'm not investing.
Yeah, they gotta buff the floors out and also scare any ladies who
Yeah.
are working late.
That's true. No, you do. I would. All right, I'd be the janitor that fucking, like I said weeks ago, gets in the elevator and doesn't turn around when the doors close. And like, I don't even press a floor. I'm just on it.
And you do not get out of the way when the doors open either, do you?
No. Well,
No.
I'm at the back, like staring at the wall, 3 inches from my face.
I thought you were just
you know?
looking down at everybody. You just step in and just look. And then you reach into your trench coat.
Yeah. And I pull out a mop. Because of janitor.
Yeah, that's right. And you just start mopping because you're not gonna kill them.
No, that's right. I'm just doing my job.
Yeah,
I'm
and
just very focused.
I mean, you're on the spectrum. It's 12. I got
Cassette tape player with Mexican music. I'm black. It doesn't even matter. It's still Mexican music.
This is the way I mop. At 12, I mop the elevator. Get out. Get out.
Why are you in the elevator at 12?
You know. So anyway, I don't know.
You make some fucking comment about how, like, you know how sometimes people say when you play a game you fucking have seizures or you just start seeing shit from the game, and then fucking Frankie Muniz goes off on some. Well, actually, that would probably be scientifically plausible. If I had glasses, I'd be pushing them up the bridge of my nose right now. And the whole time, though, fucking Jimmy Simpson is just fingering the air beside him. The whole time, just doing that. Fucking 2-finger dance for a ghost. I don't know.
That's not what it's for. Jay, I saw those finger motions. It wasn't a ghost.
Come hither. That's the only part that I noticed about that scene because it's funny. And then I started writing about how when Miller is home alone in a place where there's like shady noises and shit in the peripheral of his vision and stuff, he opens doors the same way I or Dwight would. And I just by bursting into the room and screaming. If I think that there's like, if I hear a noise in my apartment and it's the middle of the night and Ryan's not home, I'm yelling through my apartment. Just cuz.
Oh,
really.
yeah. Well,
either it's a burglar, in which case I'm going to get naked, but if it's a ghost, maybe I'll just make them upset.
You want to upset a ghost? Did you not see Paranormal Activity 1, Jay?
What do you even do? Just fuck at night? Is that it? That's how you upset a ghost in Paranormal Activity the first time.
Yeah, you just be.
Well, that's just you exist?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Fine.
Anyway, that's a good, you want to take whatever it is by surprise.
I want to point out also that during this playthrough, it's made incredibly clear and reinforced later on that Abigail has never played a fucking video game in her life. And even then, she has the skeleton key to this video game. They go into a fucking room and immediately she's like, what's behind that wardrobe? I don't play video games, but now, in defense of the scene, it would be impossible not to see the light coming out of that wardrobe because it's the only light in the darkest game ever made.
Yeah.
But she also was one with the idea that you got to read the script. Like, it didn't tell you to do that, and they couldn't play the game beforehand, so she's like a fucking game genius.
Yeah, she's like, read the script. And they're like, fuck you, bitch. Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, and then Hutch, because he wants to get his dick wet, is like, okay, well, I'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah, thank God we all have microphones. We would be in a pinch if we didn't.
Yeah. It's a good thing we brought microphones to this in-person LAN party.
Yeah. Yeah, thank goodness, because if not, we would be, well, I mean, I guess we'd be turning it off.
We'd be alive still.
We'd be swapping on some Halo 2.
Yeah. Fucking that. I don't see a fucking, what are they called?
Blood Gulch. Warthog.
Aliens.
The Flood. No?
Sure. I mean, ain't no flood gonna come through my television and kill me if I die.
No.
Was my whole point.
Exactly.
Ruined because I couldn't remember what the fucking monsters are called.
Well, guess what? This doesn't come
out
of your...
Might just be orcs, but I don't remember.
I think grunts. I don't know.
Sure. That's probably it.
This doesn't come out of the screen and kill you either, which was pretty upsetting because
you wanted it to so bad.
I was like,
it comes out of nowhere.
It's pretty cool that the video game kills you. Oh no, it doesn't. Just some CGI lady.
That's right.
Gets you. She gets you. She gets you good, but she gets you. So everybody's calling it a night and everybody's logging off. They've had enough after what? Half an hour?
Well, I think it's implied that there's way more time passed.
Barely scraping the top of the part of this video game. Just oh, this guy's dead, so we're all leaving. Thanks, you ruined it.
Oh, shit. The sun has just barely gone down. Not that you'd ever tell because we shot this in broad daylight and then blue shifted it tint afterward.
Hey, gotta. Sometimes you gotta.
Fucking half this movie is that. Half this movie is fucking noon in July. But, ooh, she's coming, so we better just color everything blue as fuck like The Ring.
Yeah, I hated that. I hated that a lot.
It works in The Ring. It doesn't fucking work here.
Yeah, it works when you do it the entire time.
Yes.
And not just some of the times.
That's right. Because then when you don't do it, it's like important and emphatic. That's, cinematography.
Also, it's thunderstorming now. It was not earlier.
Oh, it's just suddenly thunderstorm. Right. Oh,
it's-
because lightning, because we need the flashes so that in the corner where the character in the movie can't see, we're going to put a girl later.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So
we're going to have him walk around like that fucking bitch from Gothica where it's like weird and twitchy and you can tell it's fast forwarded.
We're going to show you the outside of the building with one light on.
Because nobody in the whole building is working late.
Sky is wide open. Oh, no. I got to lock up. We're all leaving. Thunderstorm.
It's monsoon season in Louisiana.
And those things roll
right? You remember
in.
Katrina? That shit fucking surprised everyone.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They weren't expecting that. It really caught them with their pants down, I guess. Boy, oh boy. Anyway, so yeah, we got a sudden thunderstorm.
A thunderstorm.
Because spooky. For no other reason but spooky.
That's right. A couple things in this movie are for no other reason but spooky.
And it makes sense because it's a Disney film. I didn't know that. I didn't catch that because of all the other
reasons for it not to be a Disney film, or just reasons that you hated it.
Well, just there was a lot of art house movie companies at the beginning. I was like, none of them were Disney.
Yeah.
I didn't see Mickey.
They didn't. I don't know why they didn't fucking. I don't know why they didn't. Maybe they wanted to disavow their relation to this film after it was made.
Jimmy Simpson taking a bong hit. Ha-ha! Rip one for me, Jimmy.
Oh shit!
Welcome to the film. Ha-ha! Fucking with a big mask. Ha-ha! Really giving it to her, huh? Really porking her good.
Really, just porking her because he's wearing a pig mask.
Yep. We didn't say it earlier. I don't think.
No, we didn't.
Oh, pork her
Thank
good.
you for getting there because I couldn't. The closest that I found was the slop joke. I wasn't even that good.
It was pretty good.
So yeah, Miller fucking dies of scissoring, which is the second death now.
Mm-hmm.
Where the person has died the same way they did in the game, and Hutch almost immediately becomes incredibly aware of that.
Yeah. There's also zero gore. You could show this
none.
to you could take this into a church.
That's
and
right.
People would be like, "Wow."
There's more in the unrated. You know when
there's more gore in the fucking. There's more gore in the goddamn Passion of the Christ. This is where there's more
that's
gore.
true.
Yeah.
You know the cop when he's in the truck and he just explodes in there and you don't get an explanation as to how or why he exploded?
Yeah, you just see the most violent death ever in the video game that he's experiencing, and then later on he's just dead.
It becomes blood splatter on a driver's side window.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the unrated version, you get to see his mouth get anally gaped.
Cool.
By the same apparatus. He gets his whole shit pulled apart.
Nice.
It was just take it out. Just take it out, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Take out the whole reason why we made the movie.
Yeah. And then with just no explanation as to why that was in his truck.
That's right. No, it's because he fucking you die in the game. Die in the game, you die in real life.
Okay. All right then.
That's it. I brought a whole gape chair and I put you in it upside down, and it's in the back of your truck later.
That's not how that chair's supposed to be used. You're sitting in it upside down.
You have to watch the movie to understand. It's a bunch of metal spikes that go inside your mouth and rip your head off, like apart.
Or something like that.
It's
I don't know.
Anal gape machine. That's what it is.
Frankie Muniz slams the book or the Alienware laptop.
Yeah.
Branded laptop. Shiniest fucking laptop in the entire polished silver laptop here. Laptop that's so shiny I'm reluctant to believe that it's a real laptop at all.
There's really no way that it is.
Oh, yeah, no. It's just so goddamn shiny.
Well, it's a prop that's reflective. That's sort of the whole...
Yeah, they just like...
He's the only one with a laptop, and he brings it everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
God, movie.
Yeah. So, yeah, he slams his laptop closed before you really see it do any crazy damage to the game character.
That's fine. Man, why didn't he do that before?
I don't know.
Why didn't he do that when the guy tried to play the game in the first place?
Yeah, why didn't...
Why didn't he try to stop the guy from dying the same way all of his friends are dying?
Why didn't I care?
There's a part in my notes where I get into just question after question. We're not even there yet.
Lots of whys. So yeah, he gets scissored. And
he gets fucking scissored.
And that's that.
And then Hutch just goes to work, and that's how he finds out his boss is dead. So this is when we get the two homicide detectives. Now, they do not at all any of a job whatsoever, preventing civilians from just waltzing into a whole crime scene.
They don't even close the door.
While the body is exposed, splayed out like a fucking blood eagle on the desk.
Yeah.
With scissors in it still. Like they've done nothing. The one cop goes, "Can we get a curtain over here?" That never happens. They never get a curtain. Matter of fact, they get so not a curtain that Hutch is down the hall and he can see the body. They don't put fucking caution tape up or fucking anything.
From where was the curtain to be pulled?
Oh, I'm sure it would be like the corner sheet, but over the door frame instead of just closing it.
Well, I feel like it's like in the last movie we watched.
Maybe that's just what they call a curtain. I don't know.
What's the movie where the girl couldn't see the TV because she had to be behind?
Well, that's The Ring.
Yeah, it's one of those curtains.
It probably, but you'll notice that in The Ring she could still see right through that fucking thing. So it's not even like it matters.
You need a blackout curtain. That's the only curtain you can't see through.
That's right.
Oh my god. So that curtain never comes.
No, it doesn't.
Despite them being like, oh my god, we need a curtain. Look at this.
I'm the lead detective and I made a simple request.
Oh, this door on hinges can be closed, but
just close it right up.
Don't look in there, eh?
So since Hutch was like, I was just playing video games with him. Oh, okay.
So you did it then, huh?
So, yeah, dude. Like, that's how that line of interrogation went. Oh, you know this man? You must have killed him.
Oh, yeah.
Generally, people who know each other kill
there.
each other, and that's how I solve crimes.
Oh, yeah.
Prisons are full.
This is how we've gotten all of the black people off the street.
By being around.
Fucking cops. The goddamn police.
It's just, that's... So, like, it's supposed to be good cop, bad cop, right? It's because you get, like, the stoic, stone-faced asshole who's a dick the whole movie.
Yeah, okay.
And then you get the nice dude that brings Hutch water, sits him down on a bench, and, like, is like, hey, man, like, I'm sorry to hear about this shit. Can you tell me a little bit? And then, but they both come to the same conclusion, either tonally or literally right to his face. Oh, you fucking killed him, huh? Bet you killed him, probably, eh?
No, I wasn't here. I was just playing video games with him. Okay. Well, where do you live? Yeah, this is in the same county. It could have happened. Yeah, you live fucking close enough for me, huh?
He goes, that's about 10 minutes away.
Those numbers put you right here.
You know what else is 10 minutes away? My fucking alibi. I was with half a dozen people all night.
You know what else is 10 minutes away? Everything else in a 10-minute radius.
Other people.
There are 12 hours on the clock. In any direction is 10 minutes away.
You know where he's not 10 minutes away from?
Fucking Walgreens.
Loomis's house.
That's right.
How'd you get there on time to kill that guy?
Phew.
Oh, you couldn't have. Oh, so then it must be someone else who's doing the killing and not you who lives far away from that man.
No. They even like, you didn't talk to him the night he died, did you? And he's like, oh, you know I did.
You know that I did because you're already accusing me of killing him, so of course you think I did.
You would have pulled his phone records right away, wouldn't you have?
You probably would have sealed off the whole house, given that 3 people died in it.
Yeah, you would have investigated some in and around the crime scene, I think.
At all.
But
no.
You also probably would have cleaned up the blood.
Yeah.
No,
unless
left
it's
that.
still an open investigation and therefore a still open crime scene, in which case we'll just leave the windows to the house unlocked.
Mm-hmm.
They definitely would have cleaned that blood up, for sure.
Anyway.
Movie.
So, cut to fucking McPoyle finding the boss's body in the game.
Yeah. Hey guys, that guy that just died last night while we were playing with him, basically, I found him in the game. Let's play it. In what fucking universe is that an appropriate response?
It's not
like you're an asshole for just to be one at that point. Why are you bringing it up?
The least respectful.
Yeah, dude.
And then
he gets what is like, eat a dick, bitches everywhere around me.
Yeah, go fuck yourselves. I'm trying to play this game. Get away from me.
I'm trying to play this game that I already got 30 minutes clocked in here. I'm not gonna quit now.
Yeah, boy, I'm invested in this monkey body game. This gorilla ape-armed fucking barely looks good game.
Why are we not bringing the video game to the police so that they can see the 2, actually 4 at this point, murders?
Oh, because that would
then draw some conclusions like an investigator?
That would probably be a solution.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
my bad.
We would have ended the game before. We would have ended the movie like before even 30 minutes into the movie.
Yeah, a lot of things could have done that.
By the way, we're not even 30 minutes into this movie yet. I know because I clocked out at 30 minutes and I was like, I wrote it right here. Oh yeah.
Well, so the good news here is that there's a lot that could be skipped over in the next 2/3.
Yeah.
That like shit that doesn't matter. He keeps trying to fucking Finn keeps trying to like play the game in honor of people who are dead, but he doesn't have enough respect for them to like wait a week.
Yeah, he's like, oh, this is how you honor a gamer. Yep, game.
Yeah,
and
he's still warm at the morgue.
just nobody's even like remotely down for it. He's
No, Hutch goes, "Hey, I just said no, bitch." Like, I literally just said it right out loud.
like,
And like, what's his sister's fucking job in the world? To operate a barrenly empty coffee shop that no customers are ever in the whole movie.
and when they are, they're looking at porn on like the internet cafe.
Yeah, they're not ordering coffee. And then corral his brother from being just a jerk always. Like Phineas,
tough job.
half the shit that comes out of his mouth, she has to come over and be like, "Are you fucking dumb?" And then he's like, "I'm sorry, I'll do it again in an hour."
Oh my god. Yeah, she says something like, if you had any less sense, you'd be a half a penny.
Thanks, Groucho Marx. Thanks, fucking Buster Keaton and Charlie Chaplin for that oldie but a goodie.
So,
Is it a straw penny?
a stropany?
Yeah.
Something I wrote was like, everybody who wrote this film, what they did is they all went home and they wrote the film, and then they came together and were just like, here's some lines.
I'm sure.
Here's my
I'm
lines.
sure of it.
Are we all turning in our lines?
I don't
All
know
right.
if you heard me say it earlier, but this movie was shot in 25 days.
That's not enough days.
No.
They probably should have shot this in
More days?
26 days. Maybe would have been a start, you know? But like, I don't know how many more days they needed to make this a good film. But
I'm thinking maybe just sit on it for 25 days and revisit as to whether or not it should have been made.
like, or they could have just made like the whole film, I think, too, not just like part of this half-assed piece of shit. They should have made like the entire film from start to finish, and then that way it would have made sense when I watched it, and not just some fucking cobbled together child's like happy birthday dad, I made this at school card where the mustache is above the nose. No, this is bullshit.
So specific.
Yeah, I did that.
Bro.
I did
Yeah,
that. I
dude.
remember doing that.
That sounds like a fucking personal story.
I remember
man.
looking around the classroom and be like, nobody's got a mustache. Where are those on the face? Above the nose, of course. That
Yeah.
looks fucking
just
normal.
Gave him a unibrow.
Then I drew it and I was like, huh.
One of these things
That's
does not
what-
belong.
That's where the fuck that goes then.
I guess. I'm a child.
It doesn't matter. None of this matters.
That's that whole scene, though. So he wants to play the game, so he goes, "How about all my friends just get the fuck out of my face then?" And they're like, "Cool, bye." Great friendships all around from everyone.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
mourning the loss of two separate people that you know who have now died in the past week.
You know, get out. I'm trying to play a game where
yeah.
their dead body is still just right there.
Yep, and then be surprised when you don't like that.
I'm going to fucking teabag the shit out of this the second you turn
Probably
around.
fucking would, honestly.
So I think they all go outside and have a moment, and it sucks.
Yeah, let's
The
talk
moment
about the
sucks.
moment, though. The moment is basically Abigail, who's new to this group, right?
I wrote her
Being-
story sucks, so whatever you're about to say, it sucks.
Well, it's also just lies, so of course it sucks.
It sucks.
It's lies, and we find out later that it is. I was more interested in her just being a friendly, kind individual, minus taking pictures of people in mourning, and then October deciding to just be a bitch. To just be a fucking bitch. So what's your story, Abigail? Because we know you can't game worth a shit, you dumb cunt. Oh, by the
yeah.
way, I'm going to get real up close and touchy with Hutch to establish dominance over the only other hot female in this movie.
Yeah, I think even when the Abigail first comes in, she's like, "Hutch, do you have something you want to tell me?" And then
Yeah, yeah.
like motions, and
And then
the person who looks like a person just comes in, and
Yep.
they're like, "I'm a person.
hey.
We're people."
Also, when she's just reading the scripture, October in the background just laughs right in her face. And it's like, man, that must sting because I was right.
So we're all in agreement.
Now who can't game worth a shit?
October wants some Hutch.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. All she does is sit beside him or get close to him or touch his chest or try to light cigarettes in front of him and activate his PTSD phobia.
Yeah, and
Inconsiderate, but inconsiderate at the same time.
yeah, for sure. I really like when like Hutch is just like kind of like looking off, and she's like, "Are you okay?" So what's your fucking story, Abigail?
That's it. It's the whole segue there. Like, shut.
Yeah,
fucking.
She cares all of like 2 seconds about what he's staring off in the distance about.
Yeah.
All right, Abigail, now you.
Prove to me you're not a slut.
I am. Watch me be one. That would have been a great film. This is what movie would have picked up.
So they all come to this revelation that's absolutely fucking bonkers, but nobody really questions it on the balcony.
Bonkers.
However, and that conclusion is that, man, all these people have died the same way they died in the game.
Okay.
There must be something to this. Let's go back inside. because Phineas is still playing the game and he's fucking slumped over his goddamn chair.
Yep.
And they think he's dead. But first of all, he wasn't dead on the screen in the game, so why would you think that? Number one. Number two, just pulls up a fat bong.
Oh, yeah, he does.
What are you doing? I'm pulling this bitch. What's it look like?
And that is the best part of the movie. That's it right there. There's no
God.
part. Google that part. That's the film.
Either that or when he's trying to play the game and he's like, I want to butter this muffin.
And that's the first time Frankie Muniz had ever seen a bong in his whole life.
Oh, probably.
Guaranteed.
Like in his actual human life.
Yeah, and he probably took a step back like, whoa, that's a bong.
Jesus Christ. Is that allowed?
That's a prop, right? That's a prop?
Is that real weed?
Jesus.
Bryan Cranston's going to break my bedroom door down.
That better be for tobacco use exclusively.
Yeah, it's a coffee/hookah shop.
Whew. Anyway. Yeah.
I just wrote, Phineas rips a fat toke. That's the whole...
That's the best part.
And then we just, cut straight from, so he brings up the idea that maybe the game is killing people, and then Phineas goes, how have I suddenly become the most psychologically hinged person in this room? Which is basically just what he said. Just like, that's fucking bonkers, idiot, and stop frightening people. I gotta go work on my car right beside an active and open highway so that I can nearly get hit by a truck.
And also,
I gotta go screw the speakers into my fucking car right beside the road. On the shoulder of the road.
And rip this toke.
And also, yeah. Well, you gotta.
Yeah.
Did you hear what he was listening to when he was testing out the speaker system, dude?
No, well,
come on.
What was it?
Oh, it doesn't matter. Close your eyes. I want to see you tonight, my sweet dreams. And it's like some Pink Floyd ass song. You know he's ripped. That's my point.
That's fair. Before they go out, I think it's before or right after they realize that like you die in a video game. Frankie autistically goes off and is like, yeah, well, it's good. It's bad timing, but it's
actually,
also...
as a matter of fact, the timing is actually somewhat perfect, and that's why we're so frightening. It's almost like some bullshit nonsense psychological jingle jargon that nobody's ever heard on a deep sociological and sociopathic level.
Yeah, I just wanted to touch on that because I feel like
it wasn't a fucking sentence with words that went together that way. That's not an English sentence.
That's okay. It's okay with me because he's Frankie Muniz, and there's two people in this movie I like, and I'm gonna anytime they have a moment, I'm gonna highlight it.
It's like later on, he slowly kind of becomes a person.
The rest of this fucking shit sucks. So yeah, McPoyle's sitting there playing some horse and buggy game. It's the game.
Yeah,
there's just a horse and buggy for
horse
literally no reason.
Oh, because back then people rode in those sometimes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean,
and they just run people down, and that's that, huh?
Well, yeah.
I thought this was a game where she wanted their blood.
No, she doesn't want Phineas's blood because he's probably HIV positive. Look at how filthy he is.
Poor Jimmy.
He's got two jobs in this movie, to be perverted and to be wet, and that's what he does.
Yeah, he's definitely got mold growing for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's like looking at his mirror. He's like, look, I got a mirror in this game. None of you fucking idiots have a mirror.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, yeah, see, it's broken because she doesn't, I don't know, she broke the mirror. But this side right here is polished silver, I think.
Yeah, he's so confident that it is. How would you ever know?
Yeah. And for some reason, he's using it to look behind him to see this horse and buggy coming at him.
Well, in the game world, he fucking holds the mirror up and it shatters because of the carriage. So he presses a button and it flips around.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, I didn't know you could do that. By the way, I'm going to tell you all that you can, but it doesn't matter because I'm the only one who has one."
Well, how about you turn around and look at
look with your eyes?
Yeah, look at what's coming.
Because I don't know.
But also, like, hey, if you...
Also, there's a dodge roll in this game. He just chooses not to use it, and he gets fucking destroyed by a horse-drawn carriage.
Yeah, that's his own fault.
Yep.
If you're holding up a mirror, and this mirror, like, one side's a mirror, one side's a polished silver, and you're holding this up, and so you select this object in the game, and you pull it out immediately.
Right.
You're looking at the mirror.
Yep.
The other side is the polished silver.
Yes.
You'd be showing it to her. What's the point? The mirror is the weapon of the game. Then, because immediately, as soon as you pull it out, she dies.
That's right. But it's like a rose in that she just comes back after like having a smoke break.
But like, why wouldn't you just have that out?
All the time?
Yeah.
No, fantastic question.
And you don't even need to discover that you can flip it around. That doesn't...
You can flip it around and just hold it out and never care about what's behind you.
That too, yeah. But like, the fact that just flipping it around, you don't even need to know that you need to know how to do that, because you're pulling it out, you're already aiming the good part at her.
Well, the odds are, like, if she's coming from behind and the mirror shatters, it probably doesn't have the same effect the second time if it's broken.
I don't know. I don't know.
But gee, say something like that in the game.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a shitty game. I'm just mad.
It's not a fun game. It looks dumb.
It does. It looks like you would have to dig on Steam to find it, and when you bought it, it would be $2, and you would hate playing it.
It's single enemy horde mode all the time.
And it looks like it was made by 2 Russian guys who are actually
yesterday.
One Russian student, and he's like, "This is the best. This is best I can do." Yeah, he's a mirror, and I just didn't.
How did we even get to beta at this game stage? This is nowhere near finished.
We don't know. Frankie Muniz is still going off.
Just fucking shut it.
Yep.
Shut it.
Yep.
Just shut it, Frankie.
Hutch is putting it together.
It's been years of this, and we've never been receptive to anything you've had to say about statistics like Macaulay Culkin and the Page Master.
I don't know. You're not speaking for the entire audience here. I would watch Malcolm in the Middle. If they were still going, I would still be watching it.
Yeah.
It's a good show.
Well, it would just be called like Malcolm because he's grown up. I mean, he's still in the middle, but you know, isn't Dewey like in a fucking home for the infirm?
I don't know. He's a weirdo now. I think he's like a weirdo religious guy. Or no, I'm thinking of the kid from 2.5 Men.
Oh, fuck that kid.
Yeah.
So talk about aging out of your role also. Like, oh, he had puberty 4 years ago. We're still shooting. He keeps growing and getting hot, and we don't know what to do about it.
Fuck. Can we do something about the hotness of this show? In the theme song to 2.5 Men, it's not actually the boy singing, it's a woman.
Nice.
Because he has a man's voice.
Well, yeah, now, because he is one.
Yeah.
While fucking Finn's working on his dumb card. So this whole thing is just essentially a montage of examples of Elizabeth Bathory coming from the game world into the real world, despite the fact that nobody, first of all, is playing the game, and secondly, they're all in different places.
Yep. I'm just trying to read my notes here.
That's what's happening. Hutch is decides that he's gonna go on a fucking official police department website and hack into the crime scene photos that would never be for public viewing on a fucking police website ever. Hey, here's gruesomeness. Like, he didn't type in bestgore.com. Is the fucking investigative logos right there.
Yeah, and you know how they would just put that right on a web page for anybody to look
never.
at?
The way they never ever do that?
No, they would. They would. No, they wouldn't.
Also love that there's actual, like, evidentiary, I think that's the word anyway, those little numbers, like tent-shaped numbers that they put down.
Yeah.
In the pictures. Not a single one in this movie anywhere ever. They never use them. All movie. COVID really fucked the caution tape game up.
Yeah, no, because they just walk into the houses and like they don't even
cops never even showed up.
They don't even get curtains for the dead body. Jay, you think they're gonna have caution tape? They're on a budget. They don't care if you see the body. Who gives a fuck?
So
You've already come up
after-
the elevator. Look at it. Look at it. You've come this far. Look.
Just see it.
This is what you wanted,
It's
right?
literally what you asked for here. Fucking. So while he's looking at this website, he keeps looking at also the coroner's reports, which if the investigation was ongoing would not be available. I'm like 90% sure of that. And they're also very descriptive. This pair of scissors was approximately 14 inches long. This specific pair of scissors, you know, the ones that Elizabeth Bathory uses? We don't know who that is.
Wink. Yeah, at this point, so he's like in a dirty library basement too.
Yeah.
And a bad CGI dead girl kind of walks. You see her.
Yeah, that's the one that looks super fast forwarded.
And then there's like a shot where he gets up and he walks, and she's like on the end cap of a book.
Yeah.
And, like, it would be scary if this was a good movie. Like, that would have got me.
It would be scary if it didn't look like I drew that.
It would be scary if it didn't look like it was green screened in and not at all blended.
Because, well, that's what it was.
It looks like just somebody adding themselves in.
If you look close, I bet you like the feet probably don't even match up with the floor.
Oh, probably not. It's probably
just a fucking GIF. It's a GIF we found on Tumblr.
It's a bad GIF in an Instagram story. So yeah, that happens, and there's some controller vibrating music, and now we get Frankie Muniz just mad that he's missing G4 Tech TV weekend wrap up by name. Autistically, every weekend at the same time he watches the G4 Tech TV weekend wrap up. Why would you pull him away from that? That's what he does.
That's his stim.
That's his boxers at Kmart. That's his
weighted blanket when colors mismatch.
That's his People's Court. His Judge Wapner at 4.
Let's just bring up the fact that if you don't know what G4 Tech TV weekend wrap up is, it's because that entire channel was on television for a year.
It's still around.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
I don't know.
I was on that shit back when they used to do basically Rob Dyrdek's ridiculousness. They bought clips from me.
Rob Dyrdek's ridiculous. Oh, you mean Tosh.0?
Yes, I do.
Oh, you mean Equals 3? Oh, you mean just the internet these days?
Yeah.
When anything good ever happens, people.
That's right. Have to do 50 reaction videos to it instead of actually producing content.
That's right.
Here's 20 minutes of me having my face.
Now, in the future, we should do that.
Yeah.
We should really.
You know how everybody complains that we don't make content despite the fact that there's fucking hundreds of hours of podcast available?
We should.
We'll just start doing reaction videos.
We're
gonna do reaction videos to our reactions to things from our videos.
We're gonna do that though. This is a serious thing I'm saying. I don't know about Jay. If this sounds sarcastic from his end,
I can't. I hate it.
I don't care.
I hate it.
I'm gonna get him drunk.
At least then it'll be entertaining. I don't give a fuck what I'm watching. I'll just piss my pants.
Well, yeah,
I'll probably drink it because I've done that.
Oh no.
Woo!
I don't. That video probably got demonetized.
Oh, they're all age restricted. Every 2 days I get, hey, just so you know, this is another video children shouldn't watch, and I have to sit there and be like, I agree.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fight it.
No, you're really not.
You're probably within good reason. Yeah, no, I get those emails a lot too. It's a lot of fun.
It sure is. Thanks, YouTube.
Yep, great website. So where's Finn?
Well, Finn is driving. Now, before we realize that Finn is driving,
right,
and during this montage, fucking October is working with coffee because it's the darkest thing within the fucking 3-meter radius of her right now.
Yep,
and she sees just one of the zombies from Michael Jackson's Thriller behind her. That's what it is. It's somebody in a fucking mask with their eyes wide, just about to do the fucking Thriller dance. I swear to God. Hutch's eyes roll into the back of his head in the mirror, and we get to see how ripped and supple and 30 and ripped he is.
This is a montage, by the way.
And Phineas almost gets hit by a truck.
Yeah.
Now, then Hutch decides that enough is enough, so I'm going to have to talk to October about the idea that this game is killing people in real life. And then October goes, you know what? I'm just the right kind of fucked up that this makes sense to me, and I actually have books about it already. So that's cool. You think that's what could happen? And then Hutch goes, "You're fucking nuts, you psycho. I know that it was my idea and I brought it to your attention, but I'm going to disavow everything I just said to you because you actually agreed with me." See, I'm not really used to having a nice relationship in my life.
He's a nice guy. I like him.
You know?
He's one of these good movie boyfriends we always are pining for. We're pining for him, not panning.
Oh, he never touches, but he holds doors open and then silently stews about it later.
Yeah. Oh God, does he ever? So Goth Girl, I didn't get her name at this point.
Yeah.
I might as well be Goth Girl. It's fucking October.
It's goth. It's Halloween.
Yeah. It's October 30th.
What's the name of the fucking Stitch bitch from Nightmare Before Christmas? That's her name now.
Oh, I don't even like that movie, Jay.
Oh, neither do I.
Look at me, Jay. I don't like that movie. Jay,
do you know who you're looking at right now?
Jay, look at me. I don't like Nightmare Before Christmas.
You listen closely to me right now.
I don't like
it. I'll go one further for you.
Oh God.
If it's not Beetlejuice, I don't give a fuck, Tim.
You didn't like his Batmans?
Okay, it's Batman.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's fine. It's great, actually.
And it's fine. We're talking Danny DeVito sliming.
We are Danny DeVito with
bugs and shit.
with lobster claws for hands in gloves because he had fucking 2 fingers on each hand. They're fat like penguin fins. That's the whole point.
Yeah, that is the whole point.
And what's her fucking name? Susan Sarandon? I don't think it is, but whoever Catwoman was, and also the only good Catwoman in any Batman, in any live-action Batman. And I'll tell you why. Because Halle Berry can fuck off, and so can Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway does not make a convincing Catwoman because she doesn't look like she's burgled anything in her life. Everything's been given to her.
Now, I'm going to go one further. I don't even like Batman.
Well, you're wrong on that, but that's fine.
I don't give a shit about the DC universe in general. It's a lot of...
Superheroes can fuck for the most part.
It's a lot of like, I have a superhero power because I'm an alien. And
I
come from space.
And I also, my superhero power is having something that gives me all the powers.
Yes.
I'm the worst kid on the playground.
Yes.
During tag. You didn't get me. Just all the time.
Weaknesses? Not many. I don't know. They'll be very
greatest
convenient.
dating profile ever. The fucking Green Lantern's dating profile.
Yeah.
Like, I fly around the world, and I can do anything.
I can do anything but the most convenient thing. I have a ring. It could do whatever I want.
Oh, God forbid I take a shower.
Yeah, oh boy, yeah. Yeah, I'm not using it for that shit. No, thank you. Anyway, I forgot how we got onto this, but the goth girl, she's just
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Right. I hate that fucking movie.
Oh man, me too.
Like it's okay.
You went from Beetlejuice to that,
and like, hey, look,
and then to Coraline.
Hey, Frankenweenie.
Nope.
I'll let you. Not the new one. The original black and white, like half an hour short film. Came out in the 80s. It's good.
I can handle that.
It's good.
That's the one, and it's a ghost dog, and it's just a sheet, right?
No, it's like a dead dog.
What am I? That might just be Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, that's Nightmare. Yeah, no, Frankenweenie is like a dead dog, and a kid like brings it back to life.
Okay.
And
for 30 minutes, I'll sit.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
I won't sit through the fucking Paranorman one. I just hate that animation style, in all honesty. I have a decent amount of appreciation for stop motion, but it stopped becoming that. Like, Coraline is fine, but I don't know if Frankenweenie is.
It's Frankenweenie is live action.
It's live action?
The one I like.
Oh, okay.
The one I hate is
I'm
some bullshit I don't know.
Still, yeah.
I don't fuck. It's all Tim Burton. Apparently, it's all Tim Burton. I
That's
hate
the
it.
secret, yeah.
I have to like Tim Burton because I like that original Frankenweenie. That's how it works.
All right. Well, he's got scraggly hair.
Yeah, and also, what is his lawyer named, like, Bumble Ward?
Yo!
His publicist's name is Bumble Ward?
I certainly know that there's a person named Bumble Ward who exists for sure.
Bumble Ward.
I gotta preface this by saying I hate the radio, but there is a goalie that played this. Wait, I just heard it on the radio. There's a goalie that played for some fucking Canadian hockey team, and his fucking name was Nettie Keeps.
He changed it. There's no fucking way. There's no way that somebody slid that out.
His
Mrs.
parents knew what he
Keeps?
was gonna be in the fucking womb.
Oh boy, Nettie. Oh, he's either gonna be good at basketball or keeping goal. Nettie Keeps. Oh my god.
Right?
So, goth girls just fucking going off about how Elizabeth Bathory is a person.
Yeah.
And this game is based off of her, and whoever made this game knows everything. And this game is everything about her.
That's right.
Her soul is in this game.
It sure is.
We took a thing and we made it ours. We made it ours.
Anyway, I got like 5 witch books on this.
Yeah.
Coincidentally.
Yeah,
As
because
some kind of miracle.
Because she's a witch and not a countess.
So naturally, she'll have the one witch book about this bitch in particular.
Yeah. And that's that.
Great.
Where's
and
Finn?
then Finn's driving, and then a fucking ghost girl pops up in front of his car, and he swerves.
Sure does.
And then he calls the group and goes, "Yeah, I wrecked my whip." No, you pulled over to the shoulder, man.
Yeah, you said
get in the fucking car and drive it away.
You got 3 tires on the road.
Holy shit! Also, why would you even get out of the car?
Yeah, it's not a. Who cares? You didn't.
You know
run
why
the
he got out
person
of the car? So that he could be in the middle of the road. So that he could be hit by a horse-drawn carriage. So that he could die in the movie.
Well, yeah.
How's that?
Well, yeah.
For no reason.
No reason. No fucking reason.
You could have just kept having him in the fucking movie. Now, this becomes a problem here.
Oh, you mean because he didn't die in the game. He just dies in real life without dying in the game? Because that's the major rule. Is that why?
He paused right before he could die in the game.
Sure thing.
But he was about to.
Sure thing.
No, he did not.
No, he did not. Because
also,
they even reiterate that you didn't die in the game, so you're okay.
Here we go. Yeah, no, that's right. And then he dies. Now, 2 throwaway lines here that I want to point out. The first one is, in the game, she only attacks at night. That's important to note. And the other one is one that I can't remember, but it's less relevant anyway. They make sure to voice over him in the middle of the road saying, wait a minute, in the game, she only attacks at night. Right before he's hit by a horse-drawn carriage. That's a ghost.
In the broad...
middle of the after fucking noon. There is sun on his face.
Golden country.
Also, of course it's daytime, because otherwise he wouldn't need to say that, because it would be night.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you put the line in the movie, made it a rule, and then went, fuck that rule.
Let's just make the screen a little dark.
Let's do what we... It doesn't matter what they do to the fucking screen, because it's established to be daytime anyway.
Yep.
So, great.
Maybe she only attacks in the dark. Maybe that's what it is. And the clouds over the sun, so it's a little dark.
The sun beating down and illuminating his face.
In the eyes of God.
Like happens about 5 times in this movie, because they tried to make it dark and then realized nobody could see anything. So let's put a light in the scene.
Oh, you mean the light?
Yes.
The light of God?
That's right.
I gotta piss. I'm so fucking angry.
Oh! How's that body cramp and crack and horrible 80-year-old man to be?
Knees.
Oh, my knees, dude. If you listen closely, you might be able to hear the trickle.
I'm peeing with the door open to crack like in the movie.
Does it seem appropriate?
No! You can hear me peeing! So I'm yelling over my pee!
And I'm not even right by the door. I'm elsewhere in the room. And I can just hear that. I can hear that, and it's not even with the force of 1,000 fire hoses like if it was a woman.
I'm barely pushing.
Do you want an epidural?
Wow. I think we can fucking bust that myth.
You definitely do hear peeing in the room if the door's open. Thanks, Grant.
The fucking sun's out.
Yeah. No, did you write that? Because that's amazing.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, dude. The sun's right out. Annoying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. This is Favorite character? Well, second favorite. You know what?
No, favorite.
Yeah, favorite
for me anyway. Fuck.
Worst death in the entire movie. Because it looks terrible and is a dumb, stupid way to die.
That's right.
When you can just go.
Now, what Matt's doing here is literally just moving to the side of something that would be coming at him. I don't know if you know about horse-drawn carriages. They don't really turn all that fast.
Nah, they
You
don't.
can probably just step right to the side.
They don't turn very fast without toppling the entire buggy and killing everybody inside.
And the horses.
And the horses, because they're attached. So, wherever that buggy, wherever the weight of that buggy drags those horses.
You ever see Ben-Hur?
No, but I know a lot of people died during the making of that.
Horses. Like 16 horses.
Hey.
Fuck them. More glue for the rest of us, am I right? More glue and Jello for the rest of us.
So, I mean, this is going to sound pretty, and I don't even need to say this, but this is going to sound pretty, it's going to hurt 1 to 2, maybe 3 people's feelings. This affects so few people, but
yeah,
if you die getting hit by a train, you're fucking dumb. You're so dumb. You're the dumbest.
Unless it's on purpose. In which case, good job.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Good job picking the right thing.
They go in one direction.
Yeah, like and
they make their presence known.
Yeah, and for the most part, pretty straight of a direction, honestly.
Yeah.
Like over a short enough distance, that's a straight line.
They're not sneaking up on you.
No.
Is what I'm saying.
As a matter of fact, it's the guy's job to make sure they don't.
Yeah.
He has like one job there, and it's to make sure you know he's there.
Yeah. He's got a rope he pulls.
He's got the guys I'm around rope.
Toot toot. Get the fuck out of the anyway. So he gets trucked by this carriage.
Yeah.
When he could have taken a step to the side.
And then he CG rolls around through the I don't know if you noticed where he ended up on the road. But he's in the middle of it.
Ah.
Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Dead in the middle of the road.
Yeah, his body skids CGI-ly.
Yeah, several feet away from his car that he could have just been using and chose not to.
Mm-hmm.
So, naturally, when Hutch and everybody else, because he calls them freaking out about ghost girls, and they're like, okay, we're on our way to pick you up, don't worry. Your car's probably still fine to drive, but you're kind of a puss. So when they show up, I don't know if you noticed, but I can only assume that there was some road crew painting the lines or something, because his body's now at the shoulder right beside his car. So I don't know if they just like nudged him out of the way so that they could finish the double white.
Yeah, we got no, they would go right over him.
Yeah, they would, because they do it to fucking animals all the time.
Yeah, they do.
But yeah, great. So that is for no reason at all. They just move his body. They don't keep track of where his body was in the previous shot, and they just move it. They just put it down elsewhere. Cool. And now that October's brother is dead, she's going to not cry at all. She's going to barely be upset. And then we're going to call the police.
Yeah, that works for me.
Also, I'm going to blame you, even though you had no idea, Hutch, that this game would kill people. It's your fault.
I really enjoy that when... So every time... What's her name? Abigail?
Yeah.
Abigail pops into the room. Jimmy Simpson's like, "Sup, mama?"
Yeah. No, that was funny because he's like panicking, and then on the phone, he's like, "Was that Abigail?" "Sup, mama?" "Hey, can you guys come get me, please?"
And we also didn't even mention
I would
the
behave
fact
the same.
when she goes to take a piss, he's like, "Yeah, she's got the body karate."
She does,
or something like that. The flawless body karate.
He did say body karate.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
You want a chokehold from her?
Ah, nasty. You freaky bitch.
Crush my head like a watermelon.
So, yeah, here we are, dead.
Yeah.
I wrote how and why.
Well, you got hit by a horse-drawn carriage.
Why?
In the middle of the day.
Why?
Because the video game that he was still alive in.
How?
Ghost.
Why? It's a cycle, you
Blood.
see. There's never going to be an answer that's going to quell this.
She doesn't give a shit about getting his blood either. Just leaves him on the fucking road.
I thought this was about blood. I thought her thing's not even about blood anymore.
There wasn't even that much blood on him for getting hit with a horse at a high speed.
Yeah, getting run over.
By the whole ass carriage,
which
too.
would mean that you at part of your body would have gone flat for a portion of time.
That's right.
As the carriage plowed over you.
Fuck. So the fucking detectives show up.
Eventually.
And, they chill for a minute.
Yeah, they definitely find his corpse in the road.
Yeah, well, that's... Pissed. So when the cops show up, Hutch goes, "Hey, man, you know how I'm a suspect for all these murders because I keep either communicating with or being in the same place as people who died?
You're gonna
all
hate
the time.
This. You're gonna hate this shit.
Yeah, this is gonna really bum you out. Detective Troubadour or whatever the fuck, Detective Toblerone. I don't know. His fucking last name is retarded.
I hope it's Toblerone.
I've compiled all of this information to make me look as psychologically unhinged as humanly possible.
Yeah, let's make this worse for myself.
Just so you know, there's a video game, and in the game, people die, and then all these people were playing the game, and they also died. I'm sure
files.
you'll believe me right away.
Here's a folder.
But even if you don't, not here's a folder. Take that fucking folder right in your chest, homicide detective who's in charge of my freedom.
Here's that do-a-tang, asshole.
I will basically punch you in the chest with papers.
Yeah.
And that's just cool with everyone.
Here's all these files I found on your website, pervert.
Try doing that to a police officer anywhere at any time.
Oh,
and
God.
coming back with no bullet holes in you.
Nah, you'll be thrown face first over the hood.
Fuck yeah.
And you're gonna have your asshole looked into.
Nah,
deeply.
Instead, this fucking Kubert expert's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, video game, eh? Well, I haven't played video games since reference to one that literally nobody watching this movie will know.
Yeah.
Because who the fuck played Kubert but me and my grandfather?
What was even the point of Kubert? You just hopped on blocks that lit up.
That's right. You had to change the color of all of the blocks. So it was like a wall-less maze where you had to plan out which direction you went so that you didn't get yourself stuck. Because if you jump on a block that's lit, you just fall right through it.
That sounds like busy work.
So it's a puzzle.
Busy work. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a school assignment.
It reminds me of another Family Guy cut to where he's like,
yeah, you just leave the lights on all night.
Jesus. So so Hutch gets pulled aside and he's like, "Listen, if I find you at any more crime scenes, I'm going to arrest you," which is something I probably should have done.
Should have at least done a longer interrogation than 5 minutes to find out where he lives.
Yeah, I'm gonna find out where you live, and that's where this policing ends, buddy.
Yeah, and so
you better not crime.
His partner goes, "Game. Let me get a look at that." And then Frankie Muniz sits on the back of an ambulance and lets him get killed by the game. That's it. That's what happens.
Well,
he just sits there, he half-assedly goes, "You don't want to touch the game. Come on." And then the detective's like, "Shut the fuck up. What are you, 12?
We just told you that people have died.
Yeah.
And this game is a thing. We just said that."
So Hutch turns around and looks and sees that the partner is dying in the game. So he runs over and he shuts the laptop. Except Frankie was right there and could have done that at any time.
Oh, yeah. No.
And then guess what? You don't have my password. I'm not giving it to you. Do you have a warrant? And that's the end of a police officer dying in the game.
Yep. Have fun avoiding whatever this anal gaping machine is in the future.
Good luck.
Boy, I hope it gets you in the mouth and not anywhere else, because...
Good luck with your goatsy chair.
It's a medical device, and it's called the goatsy chair.
If we didn't just title these podcasts the episodes, that would be the title of this one.
Oh, yeah.
Good luck with your goatsy chair.
And then...
Or whatever the fuck Phineas ever says.
I think eight people just went, "Oh, yeah, that."
Yeah. Well, I keep seeing, and I don't know what the resurgence is about here, but I keep seeing, the most recent one, which I think I sent to you, was a fake Pixar poster. And it's just two bare legs and a jar on the ground.
Yeah.
And it's called, Pixar's The Jar.
Yeah, there's that. There's the Barbie one where it's, you know how, it's like the star shape. I forget what you call it. But then there's, the Barbie character in the star shape.
Well, a fucking wand? Like a Cinderella wand?
Sort of, yeah, but it's the shape. It's like a pointy star shape, and the Barbie character is coming up out of it, and it's like, "This Ken likes to fuck." Is not what it says, but is what I'm saying. There's that. It's like the star shape.
I know what you mean.
And then it's just two hands gripping it.
And
pulling it wider open.
It's called a star wipe transition.
Well, no, this is just a picture of of the goatsy hands pulling the star.
That's fine.
Just gaping the star as much as they could.
Yep.
Now you kind of get an idea of what goatsy is if you didn't know what goatsy was.
Yeah.
That's as much
key
as you
and
need to
operative
know.
words there being gaping and star and pulling apart. All right?
Stretch.
Use your imagination.
Again, the yoga
Please
poses.
only use your imagination.
Please don't ever type the word goat and then SE next to it into Google.
Don't.
And then turn off your safe search. And there's so many steps you have to do to see this. You'd be ruining.
It's probably for the best, though, isn't it?
Yeah. All right. Well, it's a website. That's still. I don't know who's paying for it. At this point,
some asshole, literally.
It should get an OnlyFans.
So fucking, you have too many tattoos. So, this homicide cop, Dr. Turds and Caicos, or whatever.
Turds and Cakeholes, yep.
Yeah, I called him a doctor for some reason.
Dr. Turds and Cakehole.
He goes, Hutch, go home.
No.
Exactly, because they do not go home from the crime scene until the police, body, ambulance, coroners, and investigators have all left. The crime scene has been cleaned up, and they're still hanging around by the car that wasn't towed.
Yeah, the cops just leave it there?
Yes, he must have just said, fuck it, it's a nice piece.
This is where our jurisdiction ends, right here.
So, just lied. Just not even lied, because he didn't say, yeah, I'll go home. He just didn't. He was ordered to do something by law enforcement while he's the prime suspect in a multiple murder investigation.
And the cops just had to stay there and look at him as he didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, and then they're like, fuck, all right.
We told him. I already told him once.
And honestly, I got black people to hit, so can we just... Yeah.
Fine. But don't you go anywhere suspicious.
Like to Loomis's house? The scene of a crime?
Yeah, don't you dare break into the scene of a crime.
Holy fuck.
You wait until the open house.
You guys are dumb.
So, we got to do something.
The cop goes to the GameStop where you can see a fucking meth head be like, maybe it's underground.
Oh, yeah, so...
Do you have a lighter? Why is my hair looking like I'm touching a Tesla coil constantly?
Aliens.
Yeah, right.
He's got the fucking aliens guy. I don't remember his name.
I don't either. I don't think I ever knew it.
It's a very Greek name, and I'll never remember it.
Stavros Medeiros.
Like that's his first name. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, no, he's just this fucking store clerk is like, yeah, oh man, so what do you the wife and kids got you down? You need something to take the edge off, huh?
Yeah, you want something with a high frag count? Yeah. Does your family piss you off so bad that you want to kill things? Cause I got the cowbell for you.
Ding-a-ling. And he's like, you know what? I don't play games. I only play Q*bert, and I was the champion.
I was Louisiana State regional champion. He didn't even make it to nationals.
Oh, good lord.
He's the champion of Q*bert in the same way that you're the champion of Q*bert if you're an adult playing against children.
In the same way where there maybe been one other person?
Like, I'm the champion of bare knuckle boxing because I've never lost a match.
Ah, yes. You've only beaten up a lot of kids.
I've never once been in a fight.
Oh, my God. This fucking clerk. So this guy, he's like, yeah, well, give me some info on Stay Alive. And the clerk's like, the fuck's that?
I wouldn't take him at his word that he didn't know. I figured he would just be an incompetent meth head store clerk. So I think I'll probably just continue to ask after that.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, maybe it's underground. Like,
what does that mean? What does that even mean?
Well, this is where I started to think that maybe these people were like, oh, we've never played a video game before. There's underground video games. They're not called indie.
Video games are for people like the people we've written into this movie.
Yeah, these impossible people who we think exist.
Just an amalgam of stereotypes.
Yeah, no, it's definitely... So, what I wrote was, it's underground. Maybe it's a Russian game on Steam where you have a huge, large cock.
Maybe it's just in a basement where it belongs.
Yeah, it's just one of those games that somebody made for fun.
Yeah.
It's like wiener game.
Fucker.
One of those.
Oh, wiener game, dude. It's what's that fucking genital jousting. That's what this is.
Fucking love genital jousting. It's one of those games that was on
Do you have Tourette's?
I got a cat hair in my mouth. It's one of those games that was on Newgrounds.
Oh fuck yeah!
Any like big
Pico's Pico's school shooting simulator, and that was a very real series of games where you're a child and you go shoot up a fucking school.
I only played the big titty ones. I'm sorry.
The big titty ones, bro.
Like, you gonna tell me you didn't?
No.
You didn't play the big titty games?
Too high profile. I actually had an account. I don't need fucking people looking at my game history and it's like big titty game, big titty game, big titty game with dogs in it.
Stick fighter, right back to big titty game.
Yeah. Every 30 minutes because I'm 12. Big titty game.
it's every 30 minutes because your mom's coming up to check on you. You gotta flick back to stick fighter.
That's how many times a day I did it.
Oh, disgusting.
It's an exaggeration, guys. All right. I'm not out here rubbing that shit raw from puberty.
Just could pull it clean right off like Laffy Taffy. Oh my god. So, this fucking cop.
Yeah. He goes, all right, fuck it. And he just gets in his truck and he gets his head exploded.
Well,
and you don't even get to see any of it.
The store clerk's like, games are an extension of the mind of the person who made them. You wouldn't play a game that Charles Manson made.
Yes, I would.
Or would, yeah.
I fucking sure would.
You wouldn't download a bear, would you?
I mean, not a grizzly.
Are you telling me that he's got a game? What is that game about? Let's go.
It's about the race war, dude. It's about a helter-skelter in the race war.
It's about, swastika carvings.
It's actually, it's a Tibetan symbol for good luck.
Yeah, but it's still a swastika. And it's still a carving.
Yeah, dude.
In his forehead.
You know how the derogatory word for gay people has changed like 7 times?
Yeah.
That happens. Meanings change.
Oh, yes.
I don't give a fuck what people in Nepal use it for.
I don't care what angle you're tilting that thing at.
I care about the bald-headed man driving his truck with flags on it up my neighborhood.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm more concerned with the mustache.
Whether or not
the
person with it carved into their forehead is wearing jack boots right now.
Yeah, I mean,
if they're not really good at bending their knees when they walk.
The Tibetan symbol for peace doesn't really mean much when it's carved into the man who
killed people?
Yeah.
Well, sent people to kill people, but let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, they died and he wanted them dead.
Yeah.
I mean, and at that, he fits right in with Hitler, so.
In a way, yeah, sure. Yeah, no, Hitler got a bunch of people to do his dirty work, like millions of people.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. All right. Well, so yeah, the fucking cop, he makes one stop, asks one question. I don't know shit about this. Maybe it's, and then he just says what the guy said. Maybe it's underground. You know how I know all about underground games?
Yeah. Because I played Cubert, one of those fucking popular games in 1960.
Yeah, back when I was a big game buff, you were hopping on blocks. You didn't die.
Uphill, both ways, in 6 feet of blocks.
We were all Italian plumbers at one point.
And for some reason, Cubert is just a sphere with a fucking wide open suck mouth. He spends his entire life smiling like a donut.
Not by choice. So
let's break into Loomis's house then. All right,
are we there yet?
Yeah, we're breaking into Loomis's fucking house.
We still have like 40 minutes of movie left, Jay.
Where while I dick around at this window, I'm going to tell you the horribly traumatic experience where my dad tried to burn my mom alive in bed.
Oh no, you don't have to do that. Well, I'm gonna
tell you though.
I'm gonna tell you. I could have told you at any point during this film. I just thought that I've been given chances where somebody's had a lighter and I've been like,
Yeah.
I act like a fucking nut every time there's an open flame. I could have been like, well, I'm sorry, my dad tried to burn my house down when I was a kid.
You should see my back. You're gonna eventually.
Not if he's doing it right.
Well, it depends on his proclivities, you know.
He's got like a weird angle where he does it in a downward motion. It's like reverse cowgirl.
Maybe he's just a switch.
Blade? I don't know what a switch is.
He likes getting pegged.
Oh.
You know?
Oh.
Hey, why's your back all fucked up while I'm in your ass?
This is not a good time to. This is not a great time to ask that question. I'm kind of dealing with a dick up my ass right now. Come back later when I don't have a dick in my ass. Thank you.
Good.
Yeah. So yeah, she's just that. Abigail's like, no, you don't have to tell me any of this. Well, my dad really tried to kill my mother, and
also me.
Yeah, I saw the fire, and
I was in
also
there.
my family's terrible, so I went to live with this guy.
Yeah.
And now we're breaking into his house.
It's weird that nobody's brought this information up to you before, given that you've spent time at the house and we play video games every day together.
Yeah, hello, Abigail.
But yeah, no, they don't clean up any of the blood in this fucking house. They're just walking through the hallway and they're like, oh shit. Oh shit. What's in that room that we only get to see for half a second in the fucking rated version of this movie?
Yeah, don't look in there, eh?
They basically go right in with the camera in the unrated version.
They go right in there and just lick the rug.
Fuck. Yeah, that happens. At that point, I wrote down, all the gore is immensely cut down annoyingly. This is, so they're in the fucking Loomis house.
This is where she, just throws garbage on his bed.
Yeah, and Frankie Muniz shows up. I'm not sure he was ever gone, but he's there. Oh, that's because they're meeting them all at Loomis.
This is later. This is where she's like, I don't know what you're going to find that the cops did. And he's like, well, they didn't know where to look. Really? They're cops.
They must have done a really shit job looking. You, pulled back one fucking false wall or something.
He pulls the... First of all, they would have taken his goddamn computer.
Yes.
But no, he pulls the side off of the computer, and that's where he's stashed like a squirrel.
Right.
A BlackBerry and just piles of other things.
I didn't even think about the fact that they would have taken. Also, he's got the kind of things in the tower of his computer that if a police officer saw would probably say, we should boot this up and get the child porn off of it.
Yeah, we should really thumb through all these thumb drives.
Yeah, after Phineas dies, October and Frankie Muniz, that's how they split up. And October's throwaway line for that, because it's all throwaway lines to explain. Half this movie is throwaway lines to explain why actors are doing anything. Yeah,
this is where they got mumbly, and I was like, well, what the fuck did
she
you
goes,
say?
I have to go take care of some things for Phineas. Now, knowing the nature of Phineas, I assume that has to do with hard drive clearing. Hard drives and histories are going away.
I gotta go buy a powerful magnet.
Fuck.
I gotta do that right now.
Yeah.
I gotta go clear a browser history and wipe a hard drive. Goodbye. That's where she said something. She's like, I gotta take care of some things for Phineas. You go find out everything you can about this video game. Go forth.
I'm gonna read witch books. So that's the scene that I skipped over here, where that's why they go to Loomis's house, is that they were gonna meet. See, this is fun. They were gonna meet back at the fucking whatever coffee shop that they live upstairs of.
Sure.
But she gets on the phone and she keeps talking about witch book and this book of witch shit. I'm just gonna pick a bunch of random shit out of the book and say that's what we need to do.
Yeah, we gotta
burning the blood. You know the thing that you hate, fire? Well, this is gonna be integral from now on, really.
Yeah, we're gonna need some nails too. Because
page 264 says it.
Yep, and because this is definitely a witch and not any way a blood countess or anything else.
No,
it's a witch. This is a witch. I've decided that it's a witch.
That's right.
There's a lot of black magic.
It's a long flowing dress.
Yeah, it's a witch. It's not a ghost. It's a witch. So it's a witch.
Yeah, it's not the ghost of a slave owning murderer.
Yeah, no, she's a witch. So because I only have witch books, she's a witch. It's
called a confirmation bias, I think.
There you go. I think that's exactly what happens. So fucking none of these people have GPSs on their phones.
Well, half of these phones are flips, so no.
Yeah, and so what they do instead is, because they've got their first of all right, Jay. Look, did you happen to catch? So they pull out a phone and it's like, oh look, here's the address. Here's the address to the company who made the game that he's beta testing. Clearly,
right.
Because look, look what I found.
It's a BlackBerry with an address and a name.
I've got this is what we know. This is everything right here. Did you catch the name of the company?
Oh, yeah, Bellman.
Bellman? Yeah.
The name of the last two directors put together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad I don't have to get up and show you how mad I am.
No, it's Bellman Games because a guy named Bell and another guy named Mun made a movie.
Yeah, I as I hit record, I had it open because I hit pause pretty angrily when the movie ended. I didn't notice it until at the beginning. I was like, oh, well, here's something I'm even more mad about now.
Yeah, no,
Good.
it's a dumb little, stupid little Easter egg.
Yeah. Oh! No, because Easter eggs are supposed to be fun.
Oh, yeah, my bad. It's
no.
just an egg.
It's just laziness.
Yeah, or that.
Sneaky. They think we snuck it in there. Haha.
Wait, we're gonna start fucking developing video games, and the company's gonna be fucking Gibbum, which is to just letters from both of our last names.
Just Jat.
Jat Games.
What's Jat? You gotta clean it off your face when I'm done. It's my Jat. It comes out of my penis.
Yeah, be clearer, please, because I wasn't quite following.
Have you heard of jizz? This one's a little sharper.
like a nice cheese. Ew, dude.
That implies flavor and not and not
thickness also.
Blech.
While she's talking about the witch stuff,
sure.
Fucking for fuck's sake, the cops show up, so they gotta bounce. So we all agree to meet at Loomis's.
Because I assume the cops have found the dead cop. Because after
yes,
we forgot to mention after he finishes the call, that's when his face gets gaped. You don't get to see it. All you see is his.
It sucks because you do get to see it, just not in this edition.
Yeah, he's in his truck, and you go and
yeah, you just
yeah,
cool. So we're all gonna meet at fucking Loomis's place because now we're fugitives
for sure.
I have alibis. We all were not in the parking lot of a GameStop when that cop died. None of us were at that place at all.
Nowhere near.
As a matter of fact, we were probably still chilling by the car where, you saw us last. But we're going to run from the police.
Yeah.
So let's all meet at Loomis's place. Another crime scene in this investigation when looking for suspects, generally, the old adage, often the criminal returns to the scene of the crime so that they can observe their work and how it's being handled.
Yeah.
Let's go to Loomis's house. The guy that he knows that we think it's... Yeah, let's just get one squad car with two guys in it, post it up in front of two houses easily with our cop budget.
Considering there's a room full of blood.
That's right.
Sitting there.
Yep.
Being uninvestigated.
Congealing.
Maybe somebody should be on the lookout for looky-loos.
Especially because we're just not locking windows.
Oh, we're not locking shit, motherfucker. We're not gonna lock a fucking thing. This is a crime scene. What do you think this is?
Fuck.
They just fucking come on in. Doors wide open. Room full of blood. Don't mind that.
I'm just gonna pop out a fucking 10.5-minute walk down the fucking neighborhood for a cigarette. How long does it take for October to smoke? And why does she go on a journey to do it?
I don't know. January's out there smoking. Fucking February. Sunday morning's up. I don't. Yeah, she said. Yeah. So where is she? Oh, let's take a look at the computer. Oh, it looks like the Countess is just jerking off and looking at a character through a window. What the fuck?
Reverse peep and tomming it.
So the game is just.
So now the game is suddenly capable of playing itself.
And from the perspective of the game. Great.
That's right.
What the fuck is this?
Not October, the character.
Nope.
Nope. You get an over the shoulder of just Elizabeth Bathory instead, as if that's how the game would show you your character playing it.
Elizabeth Blood Bathory.
Nice.
Thank you.
Elizabeth Bathory.
Elizabeth Blood Jizzy Bath.
So now, again, out of literally nowhere, in fact, the game can play itself.
Yeah, it sure can.
So its way of doing that is to just keep doing the same things it was doing before, really. Except now you can watch it like a movie instead of a video game.
Yeah, instead of guessing what's going to happen, you can know.
You just get to see it right there.
Yep.
Even when you yourself are playing it, which is, all right. How are you getting both settings at the same time? Anyway, I saw a silhouette while I was on my smoke trek, like a homeless man with a bindle on train tracks.
Yep.
In the window of a house being renovated. So naturally, I'm going to go in there.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to, chase.
What could,
anybody.
Honestly, worst case scenario, Elizabeth Bathory. Best case scenario, a murdering, raping vagrant. in a house that's under construction.
And the most middle case scenario, a vagrant.
Yeah.
Just a vagrant.
I don't want any of those options.
No.
Hey guys, just so you know, I saw Elizabeth over here in this dirty dark house. No, we're just gonna go in because I'm angry about my broby.
I think I can do this on my own when clearly I can't.
That's worked so well for everyone else who's tried so far.
Yeah. Oh, my brother went off on his own. I am too now.
Because single player is more fun anyway. Yeah? Well, you're dead.
I picked up a hammer and some nails. Like,
I'm
going to get a chance to use
nail
this
gun
shit.
instead. A nail gun that's CG'd into the scene. You know how sometimes they'll try and blend something into a scene, but you could tell the shadow's all fucked up?
Yeah.
Like it's either got more shadow or there's no perspective on the shadow.
Yeah.
That's this. It looks like, you know, in like Left 4 Dead when weapons are highlighted.
Yeah.
So grab that nail gun.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what good it's going to do you because it's a ghost.
Yeah.
It's not a person. It's a ghost.
Well, it doesn't do her any good because the fucking nails just go right through her. Just like a, glass of water would. Or milk.
There was no sound. How come there was no sound? You know the sound cue that they made for this movie? There's no sound.
No.
No controller buzzing to know if something's close. Just
nope.
Fucking raw dogging it. We're raw dogging life. Just wanted to point that out. I think even the when the policeman died, there's no fucking sound. There was no.
I don't remember if there was or not, but I'm inclined to think there wasn't.
Why would they? Why would there ever be one?
You only get it's like when October dies in this scene, hung upside down with your throat cut, except it's out of frame, so you don't get to see any of the blood.
Yeah.
I forgot to bring this up, but I just remembered it. October says, "Go fuck yourself" to this ghost.
Yes, she does.
That's their one fuck.
They got it in there.
Earlier, when Phineas is driving and singing the song that's on the radio, he says fuck, and they voiced it over so that he says instead, funky.
Oh.
That was the word they chose as a replacement.
I think I actually caught that, and I was like, oh, that felt really weird.
Yep.
That felt really weird to hear.
It's because it's not a 2-syllable word he's saying. They just went, that's what it is.
It's not a 2-syllable word. I said fuck. Except I didn't say fudge.
And
I said
earlier
fuck.
on, even more so in the movie, I want to butter this muffin, and I told you this over text message.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try and do an impression, and my voice is going to crack. But enough of this, what does he say? Cinematic bullshit? I want to fuck, is what he does. Why wouldn't you just leave that in the movie?
Yeah.
You idiots, dude. Why? We can only have one F word in this, or else it's going to go from a 14A to an 18A. And the only people that are going to watch it are 7.
Yeah. When they find it at the Dollarama bargain bin.
Exactly. When they find it at the Dollarama bargain bin, sandwiched between 4 other movies you've never heard of.
and it's in a 4-movie one box.
No, that's the whole case. Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah. So that's, if you need to find it, that's where you could probably pick it up.
Anyway, just stay on the fucking porch. Why do people keep splitting up in this movie and they continue to do it, even though every time they do, someone dies? Every time someone's left alone for an hour. I'm gonna go to China to smoke. I'll be back in like an hour and a half.
I'm just gonna smoke in this house. Who cares? Everybody's dead.
Who gives a fuck? What are they gonna? Oh, cigarette smoke is in here now.
I'm gonna smoke in the blood room.
We probably shouldn't have left that window open for homeless people.
Yeah, Jesus. That's just what happens. So
she's horrible at the first thing she does is run directly into a fucking scaffold, even though she's walked through this area of the house already.
She manages to get herself tangled up in a chain.
Yeah, well, it's the Elizabeth Bathory chain. You know, the same one that wrapped itself around another guy's neck.
Is it a
earlier.
fucking a prehensile dick?
Yes, it's like an elephant's penis or a sea urchin's.
Ugh. Or I like the way you had to. You said that. That was just a nice way of saying it. So yeah, she like gets caught up in a chain and dragged into the darkness, a la every movie ever.
Yeah, and like a copy, one of those fucking voiceover screams that's like from a Scooby-Doo episode. Yeah, thanks. I've only heard that 15 times. And then yeah, she gets her throat cut.
After saying the word fuck, and that was the worst.
Dumped on the floor disrespectfully. And then they all show up, and
far too late to save her.
yeah,
because
but
they couldn't break the new windows. There's a shot of them, and they
Yeah,
get there
right.
and they can look through the glass. This nice new window they're
Right.
putting in, and like they hit it, and they're like, no,
man.
no.
I guess we'll just have to bash the front door in instead.
And they get in just late enough that
Yeah.
they can't do shit.
Here's the fun thing, though.
Yeah.
Even if they could have, wouldn't have mattered because Hutch just complains that she's dying and doesn't do anything about the gaping neck wound she's bleeding from because she's still alive. And you would know that if we watched the unrated version because that scene is longer and she dies like crying.
Okay.
But nope, don't put pressure on the carotid artery in that neck wound or anything.
Nope.
No, I'm just going to hold you at arm's length and go, why are you doing this to me? Imagine hearing that on your death fucking bed.
Well, she blames him for bringing the video game too. At one point, she's
That's
like,
true.
"You brought this game into our lives. You did this."
What a tonal turn, like a shift, by the way, in whether or not she was angry, because right after being mad and not letting him touch her, she then goes, help me. I forgive you.
Please, I forgive you now. Now when I need help.
Fuckers.
So we just leave her fucking body there, don't
Yeah,
we?
no, we
just
leave her
drive
body.
away. We just go.
Yeah, we leave
just
her body
tell
at a construction
nobody.
site. That's fine.
Who cares? Somebody will find that bitch on a Monday morning when they show up to finish putting the new fucking...
With the crown molding on?
Yeah. Oh,
Shit. Who spilled the paint? And why did they choose red?
we didn't even have red on the project. Somebody brought this red from home. And yeah, so they just leave that.
Fucking-
they just leave that corpse
Yeah.
in the house. They just
do.
leave their friend.
Yep.
Their friend.
For years.
Years. Their friend. They leave their dead friend in some house. Who knows? And they just go.
Almost like if I were a police detective, I would go, well, that's Loomis's house there. And that fucking bitch is dead right there.
They're making it worse.
This is fucking weird, man.
They're making it worse for themselves.
Yeah, take the body.
Yeah. Put it somewhere respectful.
It wouldn't be a shocker for a construction worker to walk in on a project and see blood on the floor.
Yeah, as long as they don't find a body, I don't think they have to do anything about it.
Nah, was that fucking...
Dogs must have got in here and got a hold of a raccoon.
Was that Steve yesterday with the nail gun? That's fine.
Who put these 3 nails so ridiculously into this piece of wood?
Somebody's been fucking around.
Oh,
Calling
we're
OSHA.
so fucking sad, but we just gotta go. We gotta
fuck
go.
this. We're going to the plantation, and we're going to the fucking. We're gonna figure this out because the people who made the game are definitely at the address of the plantation from the game.
They have to be.
There's no way they would have houses or apartments
Well, they figure it's the plantation later when Frankie Muniz looks with his eyes.
with his fucking eyes,
and he
right?
goes, oh. Because even I wrote it down, and then Frankie figured it out. Like, oh, come on. I'm one step ahead.
Yeah.
I can't be. I'm the viewer.
So let's think about what happens now.
No. No, it sucks. The blonde girl's like, yeah, my life. You know how I told you my life was great? I actually live in this
lied.
van I'm in.
Hey man, I don't give a shit.
you're wondering
it's a
what
pretty spacious van, honestly.
If you're wondering what that smell is, it's the underwear I don't wash in a pile in the back.
That's why I have to use your bathroom right away. I don't have one.
I pee so hard.
It just goes right through the bottom of the van, wrecking the undercarriage like a coolant hole.
I'm stripping the yellow paint off the road as I go.
No wonder this carriage is about. Yeah, so I lied about that, and really it doesn't fucking matter.
Nope.
They don't even bother cleaning a dead woman's blood off of Hutch before leaving, so that's cool. He's just covered in her fucking blood still.
Mm-hmm.
Then we just get to the house. That's it.
Yeah, Swank's like, you know what? I'm going to play the game and stay alive so you guys...
Yeah, I'm going to act like a decoy. All right, it's not really how it works at all because,
Not
first
at
of
all.
the ghost has made it clear that it could be in more than one location at a time. Also, this is when we learn that the game is so rigidly based on reality that it is reality, and they're one and the same. Because while fucking Frankie Muniz is playing this game, He is telling Hutch in the house where to go, even though they've never been there.
That's correct.
Because it's in the game.
That's correct.
Later on, he drops a crowbar and it appears in real life.
This is correct.
For Hutch to use to break open a lock. Why wouldn't he just break the lock in the game if that's all it needs to have happen?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he pops the lock on something else for him.
He uses a key to open a locked door, even though Hutch was already in the house.
Yeah. Yep.
So why did you need to unlock?
Why'd you need to do anything?
Even though Swank is playing the game and navigating through the house in real time while Hutch is, they can't see each other. Until they can later.
Yeah.
Why are Hutch and Abigail not in the video game with you? Why are they invisible in the game when later on you can see her?
This game takes all your preconceptions of good and reality and things that make sense. It just takes it.
Yeah. Balls it up like that,
and
eh?
then it just fucking
stuffs it in its own ass?
Oh, it's wiping. It's wiping.
Oh.
And then it does this and it looks and it goes, that's not enough.
Yeah,
and it wipes some more because it needs more shit
right.
on your thoughts and feelings. And then it throws it out the window.
Yeah, it does. That didn't make any fucking sense at all.
Nope.
Didn't make a lick of sense to do that.
Take all your rules and just the rules that you made up for your own fucking game.
Fuck them. Fuck them.
Fuck them.
Also,
fuck them.
Hutch doesn't realize that he's at the plantation until he enters the cemetery in the backyard that would be visible from the house. And he doesn't see the tower until he's in the cemetery, even though it'd be visible from the fucking road. It'd be visible when they pulled up. What's that? A giant tower?
Yeah,
Why is there the Empire State Building in the back of this plantation? That thing's so tall that I can see it from space.
It's like the Eye of Sauron.
And it's looking. But fuck, no, we don't see the tower because there was some kind of fucking Natalie Portman annihilation shield of power where you gotta phase through a portal into the fucking game world and back.
Yep.
Fine.
And also, it's
not fine.
It's nothing like the game at all.
Oh yeah, no, it doesn't look like the game almost in the slightest.
No, but it is. It's exactly the same. It's the same enough that Swanky Swoopaz can navigate through it, and it was enough for him to look at. He pauses the game and holds it up and looks at the house, looks at the game, is like, huh.
Like you wouldn't just know to see the house first thing. You fuck.
Yeah. So I think this is where is this where she tries to attack him, and he's like, hey, I'm not dead in the game yet. That's cheating.
Yeah, and then calls her a bitch. Which don't call the ghost a bitch.
They probably had to really coax that out of him too.
Yeah, my uncle was
you blooper. No, say bitch, Frankie. Blotch, you blotchy face.
I have church later.
Anyway,
it's fucking clear that this bitch doesn't give a shit what the fucking rules are. Just does whatever she wants.
Nah. So does it, and does he just runs or something?
Yeah, for somebody. He gets on the phone from the back and leaves the fucking laptop in the back so that he could talk on the phone, thus abandoning the game that's keeping two people alive.
Yep.
And he keeps doing that.
And for all of his hard work and dedication to doing that, it pays off when the ghost locks him out of the van.
Yep.
And he has to reach in through the window barely
to hit the dodge roll button on the controller so he doesn't get run over by a carriage.
Again.
Even though he could have just ran in real life because that's what happens in the game.
Have you seen
I need you to know.
Okay.
That there's no way that Phineas was playing the game when he was driving down a lonely road.
No.
So how'd he get there?
He
Abigail, what the fuck? October wasn't playing the game when she went into the construction site.
No.
You don't need to be playing the game to be in it.
No.
Just leave the road.
Just leave the road.
It doesn't even matter if you die or not.
You know, it's also a horse-drawn carriage, Jay. It's not an all-terrain vehicle.
However, with you saying that, I'm going to be chased by it through the forest. And also, while I'm running away from it, instead of going into the forest, I'm going to run in a straight line down the only clear path that's big enough for horses and a carriage.
That ought to fucking shake him.
Oh, yeah, dude.
You're home free.
It's fine now.
So the ghost locks him out and he ducks and rolls.
Asshole.
And then, oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when you smash like a vehicle window,
Right.
it doesn't shatter.
Tempered glass does, but it's like millions of very, very tiny pieces.
It doesn't shatter the way it does in this film.
No, I don't think I saw it.
Well, it shatters like a pane of glass shatters in this film. And then all of a sudden he's just in the van. He breaks back into the van. He breaks the window and then he's in the van.
What?
Yeah, I know. You just see you see him look around and then you see the window shatter like it's a vase being screamed at by an opera singer.
Okay.
And then he's just in the van with the laptop. And then he sits down and he keeps playing. And then that's when there's like a shadow that goes over him in the game and then in real life. And he's like, oh, I'm not even dead yet.
So, okay. So that's just, yeah. That happens before, I think.
I don't know.
Either that or he has to leave the van again because he ends up in rose bushes and that's extremely important.
Yeah. He just runs away from the van.
Okay.
Because...
why didn't you get into the rose bushes immediately?
I know, right?
I take the laptop with you?
No, well, you
Not that it matters at all?
You don't need the fucking... You're just going to trip and break it.
So they make a point of...
Yeah. They make a lot of points. It doesn't fucking matter what points they make because...
Here we go, man.
Yeah, oh, here we go.
Here we fucking go.
Here's the roll.
This is the best part.
We're at the top of the slide. Here we go.
This is the best
Arms
part. Arms
up, everybody.
The rest of this movie is the best part of this movie.
Oh, because we're so close to the end. We're edging.
I want to point out right now that Hutch, while on the phone being navigated outside and through the cemetery in the back of the plantation, just left Abigail inside to be attacked.
Yep.
Like a lot. And she didn't follow him. No, she took a fucking secret passage from the fucking wardrobe from before up into a dirty, filthy attic where she gets attacked. A lot. And this is when Frankie Muniz saves her by throwing rose petals in the game, even though he couldn't see Hutch ever.
Yep.
And then, when he falls into the rose bushes, the movie makes a point of highlighting that they are indeed roses, the thing that wards off the ghost.
Yep. Wild roses.
And then when Hutch saves Abigail from the dirty murder attic from fucking quarantine, they go back to the van
for some reason
to get Swank.
Sure.
And in the game, he's dead.
He sure is.
So we're not going to look for him.
No, we would never.
Number one.
Oh, God,
We're just going to assume he's dead. Even though there's been a delay in time between dying in the game and in real life, he's probably done. Fuck it. I just want the visor.
Yeah, he's doomed. We'll get you one from Party City. Don't worry.
That means that in the game, he died in roses, thus defeating the purpose of the roses. Or it's not an exact replica of reality, even though it fucking is. I'm not even done.
It's good. It's good. You got it.
There's a reason we never see his body.
Well, I know the reason.
And it's so that he can come back to save the day at the last second at the end of the movie, and that's the end of the movie. That's the end of the movie. I needed to do all of that chronologically before we could continue, because it's the dumbest shit.
It is.
There's no rules then.
No.
There's no fucking rules at all. The bitch could just do whatever the fuck she wants, and who cares?
Yeah, exactly. That's I think that's been the point of this entire podcast. It's been the overarching theme is that there's rules, but they don't fucking matter to anybody.
They matter for a scene.
They matter enough to describe them.
Yeah.
Like the characters say the rules, and then that's where we forget about them.
Yep, that's right.
So yeah, Hutch is in the backyard, where there's just a bunch of tombs and a gigantic tower in the middle.
Yeah, almost an impossible amount of space being taken up here.
Yeah, how didn't they see that?
That's
what I wrote right
What did
there?
I fucking say? You would have been able to see all of that from the road.
You're goddamn
You wouldn't
right.
even need to. Because when you pull up to the house and the trees on either side look identical to those in the game, you go, this is the house from the game. Tower must be out back, eh? Like a shed.
Must be.
And I need the lawnmower.
Must fucking be. I'm just like my notes became like 2 words long.
Yeah, well, I mean, Abigail was in
roses.
that attic, like, discovering the shears that the fucking Elizabeth Bathory uses. Those come in handy for no reason later on.
they somehow, they all managed to wind up in this cemetery after Frankie
they
Muniz
decide
gets sheared, quotes.
Well, he's not there.
I don't know. So yeah, you see him in the roses, and you see that he's in roses, and then you just see like shears drop down, and you're like, oh, he's dead. So I wrote he got sheared.
Okay.
Because
shorn.
Up and all right, shorn. Fuck you. Up until this point, I was under the illusion that this was a good movie.
Were you?
Just kidding. No. That mirror was broken long ago. The fog left the room after about the first 10 minutes.
Oh shit.
To be honest. And so we got roses, ring girls, tub room.
Yeah.
So we're in the tower. They find the tower. They get in the tower.
They do.
And because there's a coach, the stage coach is coming at him. He pushes the girl in the tower, and he just holds out a rose, and that's that. He defeats the entire stage coach coming at him, 2 horsepower, blaring down at him, and he just holds the rose out, and that's that.
Yeah, it gets rid of the ghosts. That's why.
Okay.
So, really no reason to shove her into the monastery and lock her in there so that she couldn't be of any help, and also separate her from you again when all you had to do was hold out a rose with one hand.
Mm-hmm.
But then it doesn't matter because he just goes right in anyway, so fuck it.
Sure.
Just goes right in.
We're just walking around the tower. I think he like goes in a room and he's like, "This is no." I think I don't know what's happening, Jay.
They're going through the
buildings.
thing like they're in the tomb that Miller died in at the beginning. So it's this tomb, and then the tomb at the base is the entrance to the tower.
Okay.
So they're trying to get up that shit.
Because at some point he's just like, "Well, here's the tower," and he opens the door, and he's like, "Oh, well."
Well, it's because it's the only place in the underground tomb that has a massive flight of stairs in it.
Well, he says that before he opens the door. He's like, the tower.
Probably just recognize it from the game. You know the part where it was Miller playing and not him, so there's no way he would ever see it or know what it looks like.
Oh, yeah. Oh, trust me. I was steaming right alongside you. Yeah, I know the part. Trust me.
But and he keeps walking through doorways that could be shut behind him and like locking women in to a room. You don't think they walk into the house holding hands, and the first thing he does is, "You're on your own, bitch."
Yep.
And then just keeps doing that.
Good luck with the scissors.
Why don't you pay attention to whether or not she's looking at some shit in the room before you close the door?
Nah.
Holy fuck.
So, so he enters the room with the stairs, and then the door locks behind him, because of course.
And then Abigail goes, "All right, well, I'm dead."
Yeah, I'm just gonna hang here by a chain for a little bit, and
haven't been playing the game except for the first day.
Yep.
So I shouldn't really be a target.
No. Well, none of them should be. They've all played the game the same amount of time.
But thanks for the rose.
Yeah, the rose she pulls apart,
defeating the purpose of having the life-saving rose by doing "He Loves Me Not" with the petals, like a jilted 14-year-old girl at a park,
knowing full well that you need the rose.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so she's pulling them off, and they're dissolving at her feet. So wouldn't you be like, "Oh shit, I probably should stop"?
Yeah, that's probably bad. That's not usually a good thing when things dissolve at your feet.
And this is the other. So you may not have noticed this, but I do, and I just fucking can't not. All the lights, and this is what I was saying earlier, but all the lights in the tomb go out, and it's pitch black, and you just hear Abigail yelling, "Go away," when the fucking bitch is showing up.
She's just rolling around on the ground screaming.
She's sitting up, but then suddenly there is just a light so that we can see her while moist and disheveled.
Yeah.
So that she can yell "go away" at the top of her lungs for the trailer.
And
for the fucking trailer.
You know how often yelling "go away" at CG ghosts, really, like any ghosts, really, go away?
Anything that you want to go away that bad is not going to. That's why you're yelling.
Yeah, and if you can't think of anything better to yell than "go away," then you deserve to get got.
Yeah, and so instead of just showing where she goes, she just gets teleported upside down to being hung by chains in a room.
Sure.
That's just what happens.
Okay.
So that we can get her midriff.
Yeah, I did. I noticed that. I noticed her whole entire rib cage. Was like, well, that she probably was like, make sure this gets in the shot, guys.
Yeah, not my titties though.
Yeah, we want to remain 14.
Okay, can we cut so that I can readjust my sweater so that it's covering my titties?
Yeah. At what point does this become 18A? A's for anus. So yeah, she's hanging.
18 anuses.
And this whole time, Hutch is up at the top of the tower, putting nails in some dead lady.
So the thing is, you got to drive 3 nails into this dead bitch to take her soul out from the game and put it into her body, head, chest, and neck.
Sure.
All right. Never heard of any witch lore that has anything to do with that, but that's fine.
Okay.
So he does that shit, and it causes an earthquake and wakes her the fuck up. Now, during the earthquake, he spills his bag with stuff in it. I don't know why he only has the plastic cover to the laptop in the bag, but that's all he has in there. Now, it's not all he's got, but it's all of the laptop he's got in there.
Yeah.
Conveniently.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
However, it was made extremely clear by October, who's now dead, that all that does is put her soul in her body. So now she's just alive.
Yeah, they say about 100 times, you got to burn the blood.
Yep. And he's just like, oh, fuck, I don't know. Miraculously, an oil lantern that still has oil in it, despite nobody having ever been here for the past 5 decades, is in the room.
Yeah, and is that... Does it spill on the ground?
Yeah, it's kerosene. So
Like,
then he fucking scrapes it with the lighter that he gave to Phineas. So why does he have that?
I didn't see it spill. So I was just...
It happens really quick during the earthquake. Like, he gets knocked over.
I bet
and
it
then
does.
the bag spills.
I bet
and
it
then
does.
the kerosene lamp.
Oh, I bet it really fucking does.
Where did he get the Zippo from, Matt? The one that he gave away because he was petrified of it the second anybody used it?
I don't know.
That's weird.
I'm gonna say the best part of the movie is the nail being pushed out of her forehead.
Like, while it rotates?
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yep, best
I'm
part
down.
right there. That's what I liked.
And it also, like, one of the better instances of CG, which isn't saying much, but it didn't look as bad as, like, Phineas's death.
No, her hands, and like when she was like, I think she like tasted some blood at some point.
Yeah.
I like that. I looked good.
Sure.
I didn't think it looked like a CG bad CG
No, I mean, it
villain.
looked like a woman with some post-effect makeup.
Yeah.
You know? Fine.
And that's likely what it was. So Hutch shows her his pretty badass Alienware laptop, and this this turns her into the Ryuk from Death Note?
What it turns her into actually is one of the monsters from the Aphex Twin Come to Daddy video.
Ah.
Also, I had another one. Oh yeah, the old bitch from The Taking of Deborah Logan. The one that turns into a giant stand-up worm.
She looks like the old bitch from Legion. Your baby's gonna die.
Oh yeah. Any of the demons in Legion, actually.
Oh yeah, and anybody with a great big old mouth. She got pointy hair, big mouth, wide eyes. She looks like Batboy from Worldwide News or whatever that tabloid
Weekly
was.
World News.
Yeah, she looks like Batboy.
I miss that shit.
That was good.
It's a website now. I think it's defunct though.
Yeah, I preferred the hard copies.
Yeah.
And so
yeah, you know how in horror movies all the time there's like 80% of the time there's got to be a shot of somebody whose mouth grows to a size that's inhuman.
Yeah, because they all saw that same tutorial on videocopilot.com. Oh yeah, we all saw that. We all saw that years ago.
Fuck.
So he just lights her on fire because thankfully he saw that the kerosene was all over the floor.
Yeah. Mysteriously still has the ability to create the thing that he hates in his pocket. And then also lights up the top of a tower that he's in without checking to see if the door's unlocked.
Yep.
How's that?
Not a bright move, but thank God we had Frankie Muniz.
Oh yeah, to bust the door in because in The Matrix 3, Keanu Reeves, I was just going to go into a super long description of what Deus Ex Machina is.
Okay.
It's this. This is the all hope is lost moment, and at the same time, out of nowhere, inexplicably, and against the rules of the movie itself, something saves the day just because it does.
Oh, yeah. And in this one, it's Frankie Muniz kicking the door into a burning room.
Yeah.
And be like, come on, you big baby.
You're such a pussy when you're gonna die.
It's just fire, bitch. Yep, they leave the tower and it burns.
Now you're fugitives from the law because you fled the scene of multiple crimes. You have breaking and entering. Where's the detective?
You know what? I'm going to put
He
defiling.
stopped at a search of an apartment in a city, and that's it.
I'm going to put defiling a corpse on there,
Go
too.
right ahead. You drove a bunch of nails into a bitch and then burnt her alive. So,
Yep. You fucking went into a tomb or... Yeah.
Yeah.
That's got to be a thing on itself, too.
Destruction of private property.
There you go.
But I guess... Oh, yeah. No, the last scene in the movie is the same method from GameStop getting a box of these games because for some reason it got distribution.
Yep.
And,
they didn't stop it.
And he puts it on every television, and, well, that's the end of the movie.
I wrote, okay. I'm fine with that. I want them all to die anyway. That's fucking cool. All right. Good.
This movie gets a 4 out of 10 from me. 3 of those points are for Jimmy Simpson.
Nice. I'll
give a half for the visor, and then another half because I'm gay for ghost girls. All right, I like them in movies.
I know you do.
Fucking
I know
Ring.
you do.
All right.
I gave it a 3. We got Jimmy. We got Malcolm, and we got that nail. That was a good nail scene. I like the nail. The nail coming out of the forehead looked pretty cool.
And a sick bong toke. How's that?
Oh yeah. All right. So it gets a 4. The bong toke itself just put up a point.
Yeah.
Had Jimmy not been like, I'm pulling it or whatever he said.
I'm pulling this bitch. What does it look like? Fuck. Also, who goes all the way down and puts their head between their legs like they're on a plane that's crashing to take a fat rip?
That's somebody who also wants the head rush of like all the blood in your head.
Fuck. Immediately becoming infected with THC.
Just what you want is that lightheaded rush when you stand up far too fast. But also the bong toke. So you're really losing brain cells.
Yeah, fair. Both.
Well, 4 and 4.
Yeah, man, 4s. 4s all around. Hopefully you got something better for next week. Okay.
I do.
Okay.
So I got 4 movies to choose from. 3 of them I had before I finished the movie. The one I was like, fine.
Okay.
Here's another one. All right. I'm going to see if you can guess.
Your shit-eating grin already.
I'm going to see if you can guess which one was like the fine, here's another one.
Okay.
All right. So we got future technology.
It's not.
Well, I mean, the voice activated is not even a thing yet.
Yeah, sure. It was.
So we got future technology. We got technology predicting death.
Okay.
We've got haunted technology.
You love technology.
And then we got Elizabeth Bathory. So why don't you choose one? Why don't you pick one of those?
I was gonna have to go with Elizabeth Bathory on that.
Dude, you just made yourself the happiest.
Sorry, I'm picking the thing that you said fine about first.
Oh yeah, that's the one. All right.
However,
Okay.
because I have no idea.
Okay.
I have no fucking idea
You do.
about any other Elizabeth Bathory movies.
Okay.
I'm still gonna pick that.
So you're gonna pick that one because you don't know any other Elizabeth Bathory movies.
That's right.
You don't know you don't know any other ones.
Off the top of my head here, because you keep saying it, so I must.
Yeah, you do.
I
This
do.
is like your favorite fucking movie right here.
It's my favorite
This is like
movie.
your literally like probably one of your favorite movies.
Was The House of a Thousand Corpses?
No, ew.
See?
Hostel Part 2.
Okay.
Right? There you go.
First one's better.
Probably.
First one's phenomenally better.
There isn't a character named Elizabeth Bathory in the first one.
I do. I know why you picked that movie now, though.
Goddamn right.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's literally in it. So, fine. That's fine. Okay. What? Do the other 3 again.
Okay, so there's future technology.
Terminator Judgment Day.
I wish. I feel like you'd shit your pants if I put that on there because it's
a little scary.
it's a good fucking movie.
Yeah.
Well, that was Jason X.
Oh, fuck!
Yeah, no. Technology predicting death.
I mean, The Ring, but that's a joke. It can't be something with a Ouija board because we already did that too. So no, I got nothing for that one.
That one, I had 2 for. The movie. There's a movie called Polaroid.
Okay.
But then I'm pretty sure.
So no, say cheese and die.
Say cheese. Yeah.
Okay.
If you're gonna R.L. Stein it.
Well.
And then I'm pretty sure there's a Final Destination where it's the same thing, and they take pictures of each other, and the pictures show how they're gonna die in the background.
Number 3.
That's actually the one I wrote. Cool.
Nice.
And then Well, it was going to be Polaroid because I couldn't fucking remember, but I was like, Destination 3.
Yeah.
And then Haunted Technology.
Haunted Technology. Fucking, it's probably like Smile.
No. I don't know what that movie's about.
Truth or Dare? Countdown?
No.
What?
Pulse. How the fuck did you not guess? It's the easiest one. It's the easiest one.
That's like saying... If you have a ghost in your house, right? That's like saying the doorway between your bedroom and bathroom is haunted. Because they just moved through the TV and shit and computer.
Fine.
I'm splitting hairs.
You are.
You knocked it out of the park with all of those, honestly.
Fuck. I was Polaroid, I was like, I don't know about that one. I've not seen it.
Neither have I, but it's fucking say cheese and die. I tell you right now. Oh, an old-timey camera that when you take the pictures, it shows your death?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been done.
Thanks, Bumpy. Bumpy Gooster.
Dr. Goosen's bumps.
It's a Nazi scientist.
He gives you the chills, and then he also kills your grandparents. So we're going to do Hostel 2 then?
Fuck yeah, we'll do Hostel 2. It's been a solid minute since I watched it, so let's go.
Yeah, and I mean, we haven't even seen Hostel 1, so...
That's right.
I like when we do things out of order.
Yeah, because, fuck the rules.
Yeah.
Anarchy.
Anarchy in both the UK and here.
Yeah.
The Americas,
Yep.
I'm saying things.
Well, that's what they are. Nobody calls them that because of the very xenophobic nature of Americans for the most part, but...
Yeah, we ain't so good. Anyway, that's the podcast.
Grindhouse fucking movie club. If you want to watch Stay Alive, do yourself a favor and read a book instead.